Good afternoon. Happy Xmas from my location to you. I welcome you this wonderful evening. And as I welcome you for this evening discussion, please welcome one another by liking and sharing the program. As you do so, I thank you. As you're just joining me, please quickly touch your like button and the share so others may know that we are live and we are there this evening. As you join us to use 24th of December as we are about to celebrate, as we are celebrating the Christmas, for you to know that history is repeating. And as we are celebrating this Christmas, if you are among those who are not supporting, and if you are among those who are criticizing the declaration of United States of Biafra, for you to know you have joined the name calling of all these individuals that never want America to become a country in the world. For you to also know purely evidence that what we are passing through by the betrayers and those who held declaration of the Unity of Biafra, those that this declaration has put an end to their table of making the fellow Biafrans. This is how those in the South who believe in South Africa also reject the declaration of Namibia also. The same way people that believe in the Great Britain never want America to become a country. They fight. They do anything humanly possible to stop America being a country, even to the extent of signing signature that they do not want America to become a country. That those that make declaration of America, that those that make purely declaration of America are fools, idiots, criminal, all kind of name that they are tagging United States of Biafra today. But one question that you must ask is this. This the amount of their suppressing, name calling to America. Did this stop America being a country? That is the one thing that you should ask. You have ask yourself, after their name calling, after them signing petition against America, people that made the fully Declaration of America 4th July 1776, those that signed the declaration document are only 56 people. But do you know that 547 signed that they never want America to become a country? That they prefer to stay under the Great Britain with the king. And they say that those who make a declaration of America, that they are very poor mindset people and criminals. that they cannot be able to pay their tax and their rent. That is why they swap into action to make a declaration that America is a country. They turn against that declaration. There is no manner of names. There is no manner of abuse. There is no kind of insult. There is no kind of name calling. They did not call those that make the Declaration of America as a country today. But you must continue asking this question I'm asking. For all those that was giving those that bombarding them with insult, abuse, and claiming that they want to stay under Great Britain. The question that I want you to join me to be asking these people is this, or that we must ask today is this. Did this stop America becoming a country? So refer to the movement of the USB. You are name calling. You abuse. Ngozi Orabu Fulani, Ngozi Orabu Gboro. The question is, can this stop them from being, can this stop Biafra organization? That happy Xmas in advance. Happy Xmas. We are here because of we are the new country that has emerged in the world. The people of United States of Biafra stood up November 29, 2024. We make our official declaration like what America did July 4th, 1776. And when America made this year independence, when they declare it, 56 people make a declaration of America as a country. And what happens? Those that never want America to become a country also opposed the declaration and said no, that they don't want America to become a country. The same thing today, that the people of United States of Biafra has stood up, like I said, November 29, 2024, to make our official declaration of United States of Biafra. The same history that's repeated in America is what we are passing through today. What are that history? Name calling. After 56 men stood up to make official declaration of America, there is those who are rebel, who are pulpits, who are toy, who are all manner of names that they did. These people that they want to remain under Great Britain, they give those that make the declaration of America names, all manner of names, like what we, the Biafran people who believe in our declaration of United States of Biafra. You see them today calling us fools, calling us small manner of names. It happened in America. Those who called our leader, our doctor, all names that we are receiving today is what those that declared America received. So the history are repeating. Honestly, the history is repeating. That's why we are here to let you know that the full history is repeating also. When we go into Namibia, you can see how the same history repeated in Namibia also. So you may know that you are on the right track by supporting United States of Biafra we are declared. I see you, Madison Kem. Good evening. I see my big mommy, Margaret. It's been very long time on this page. This name. I remembered when we answered Biafra, when we answered the Biafra is my hope. That is when we saw this name here. And my friend, Ale, my friend, happy Xmas. Abarosia, happy Xmas. I wish all you happy Xmas as we are heading into tomorrow, our celebration for the Christians, for those who are celebrating. So from my location, happy Christmas to all the people of the world and all genuine Biafrans who will have their good mind. As you are about to celebrate this month, celebrate USB for the good work that the government is doing. We are going home, believe you me. It's not just for mouth. The government is talk and do. Your government is a silent destroyer. The government has destroyed Nigeria. And all these Okok who are calling them Collins can never stop our official declaration. Because do you know that after America make the official declaration that over 547 of the American citizens, including people of New York, people of California, people of Massachusetts, and people of Philadelphia, there are 4 states that said, no, we don't want America as a country. That what we want is to be under Great Britain. That they prefer to be under the king instead of being under this inconsequential, these criminals, this fool. The name calling did not start today. But I want to assure you, as you can see, that after all the name calling, America is not a country today. America is not a country. Do you know to the extent of the people of America gathering together, gathering 547 people to denounce American declaration? But that is when we told you that a declaration the official declaration is out of legal, that nobody can stop it. It becomes the right. So the name calling of those 547 never stop America being a country. That is why today you have a country called United States of America today. After all the fights, the mandate of declaration stand because that is one the world values so much. And once you make a declaration and stand up to defend it, you are going to be there to defend that declaration, and the world are watching closely. The world are keeping record of all our own saboteurs today. They are keeping record of them in due time. The record of all the enemies will appear in front of you. And also, we Biafran people must keep record of these saboteurs. As we are keeping them until we get to Biafra land. Do not allow anyone, as we are about to celebrate, as we are celebrating Christmas, also celebrating the good work of the USB government. They are doing a very marvelous job. They don't make mouths. They don't show pics of what they do. But what they are telling us is small for what they are doing. What United States of Biafra government is doing is too small for what you are hearing from our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, and all the cabinet members of the United States of Biafra. I am not a cabinet member, but I can deep down and got what they are doing in Washington, D.C. Do you know that the 4th District of Biafra has been registered as a defined territory in America under law, legal? They have legalized the 4th state of Biafra. Some that have never happened before. These governments have achieved it. When you talk about Abatobie template, the governments are flowing every template of Abatobie. They are not leaving anyone behind. Because Abatobie told us after declaration that if you are waiting for us to shoot one bullet to Nigeria, that you are wasting your time. Honestly, that is a pure truth I want you to understand. These are the facts and figures. Also, your government has registered your passport, registered your ID card. registered your currency. They have legalized all these things under the law of America. In case tomorrow, if war broke out, it's not going to be the same method of 1967 and 1970. You're going to see again, because there is no backup of law. They also regain their interest to let people of the 4 countries in Africa, Tanzania, Zambia, Ivory Coast, and the other one that's helped Biafran people for recognition then. They have reactivated that declaration to tell them, people of all this country, that it was that time that the declaration they supported was not legal. But now that everything about University of Biafra has been legalized in America, in Washington, D.C. Go and check. If you doubt me, type on your phone, Washington, D.C. What is Dr. Ngozi Oronbese government with U.S. government is doing to secure the Biafra recognition and national assignment? Type it, they will give it to you. You can stop fooling yourself and stop being crazy. Stop being idiotic human being. Stop claiming you are from zoo country, where the world has banned your passport, put you on a country of particular consign, and you have mouth to come here to come and write garbage. There's no time. Ambassador, good evening from here. Good evening from my end. Let us go. And when we go to Catholic Church on the night of 24th of December, there's one kind of choir we normally sing. Ngoriba nwanem n'ihi na amụrụ anyị onye nzọpụta. USB bụ onye nzọpụta ka ha bụ. Gaa ṅụrụ ebe ọṅụ, gbaraba egwu ọṅụ n'udo dị. Celebrate ba agharị nwebe joy. Mebe ihe ọma gaba n'iru na USB bụ ebe anọ. USB, the end point of all the criminals, all the inconsequentials. USB is the end point of those over long-time agitation. There is many danger that surrenders over long-time agitation without endless agitation. But the USB has come and put an end. Today, we have ended every group claiming fighting for Biafra. They does not exist. They are all saboteurs and all rebels. The only government is United States of Biafra we are declared. The hope of poor man. The hope of all the black man. The hope that Africa will rise again. Because Africa dies because of denying of Biafra. That is why Africa remains poor, Africa remains down. That is why British refuses to allow us to go. They know that Biafra will rise Africa to the above the moon. Because we are people from the rising sun. You can't keep us down and believe that the world will be. All the problems going on into the world is because of denying Biafra. Once Biafra gets a full recognition, no country, all these problems might be solved because we are the solution to every problem happening in this world. We will do more than America. The British knows that for sure. That is why they deny Biafra to be a country. They lie to the world that Biafra becomes a country. They are going to create numerous countries in Africa. Who created Namibia, 1990? Who is those people? Who created Belarus, 2020? Who are those who created them? This is a question we are asking. Other many countries in the world today, there are countries in Africa. Who give birth to them? You say that Biafra will give birth to many countries in Africa. They are too Republican in nature. You become jealous of who we are and submit us to abject genocide when Nigeria committed a war crime. But you, British and Nigeria, must pay for the war crime you have committed in the due time. You must pay for it. My people, you know how we do it here? We must prove the evidence of what we are saying. We cannot just say it with mouth. So as time coming, please like the program as you join me. Please like the program, share the program. So please, share. So others will join us. Immediately we get our like to appropriate number, then we will list out all the evidence of those that make the creation of America, what they pass through in the hands of the betrayers and the enemies, in the hands of those that never want America to become a country. That is why we are doing this evening, to let you know that history is repeating. We also let you know what Namibia people pass. This lady today, who is the president of Namibia, what this lady passed through when he was fighting between 1962 to 1990 to make Namibia to become a country. What he passed through. How people call her terrorist. How they call her all manner of names. But to look at Namibia today, become a fully body country. That is why we are here, to let you know the fact and figure, to understand how things are going on and what we must expect. There is no amount of your inconsequential life that is going to stop United States of Biafra to become a country. No amount of that, because there is no amount of name calling of those that never want America to become a country. The amount of name calling never stop America. That is why people are in America today. So when you start hearing what's happened to people of America and how they're being criticized, the government, and how people gang up to sign that they never want America to become a country, that is how you will know that what we are doing is the right thing. That no amount of your rebel, no amount of your name calling, you are a fool, you got to go 247, go 419. You never know. What you don't know is bigger than you. The history is repeating, and the world are connecting the dots. The history is repeating, the world are connecting the dots, like we connecting the dots by ourselves also. That is why we are bringing you deeper histories and deeper exposition for you to know if you are on the right track or you are on the wrong track. That is why we are bringing you all these things, so you can reason by yourself. I see you, Emmanuel Greg, my big man. Good evening from here. Anthony Chupodi, good evening from here. And every other person. You are welcome on this platform. My friend Ali, you are also welcome. So please like and share as we continue to bring out the truth to the world. But it is a high time for the world to know that we know what we are passing through. That is so that we are connecting the dot, and history is being repeating today. So please, my people, join me, like the program. Wait, do not run away, as we're going to present for you evidence of name calling. How people of America reject America. Is it not what we are seeing through today? Is it not what we are passing through? How Biafrans rejected the Biafra they all went into re-declared November 29, 2024. Oh, today we are here to let you know that we have joined the movement of standing strong the way the people of America that make the region of America stand strong. We have stand on our feet, and our governments are standing so tall. Our government have achieved what no country have achieved under 1 year of their declaration. There is many. Let me count for you. You who is asking what the government is doing, they are doing nothing. Let me under legal, they under pen and paper. They have finished every work for us to be a full country. Waiting like when America waited for a year and 6 months before America can be able to achieve their official recognition from Morocco. That is what we're waiting today. But anything concerning pen and paper, they have sealed it up. And you are there fooling yourself. What are the achievements of the government? They have registered the 40 state of Biafra as a territory under Montevideo Convention. They have registered it in America. It becomes a full territory. Like when America have 13 colonies, America have only 13 states. When they make the state declaration, we will have 40. And today, the US government has legalized these 40 states in case if war broke out. So it's not going to be that method of America, that method of British claiming that the war with us against Nigeria is internal affair. They have removed us from there. It's number one. Is it your blood? Is it not money? And how much have you in question contributed in this movement? If I may ask you. Also, the government are into diplomatic. In many countries, I counted for you last time, Brazil, some countries in South America, how they are in Israel, fine for diplomatic. In many other countries in the world, also in Africa, even Kenya, they are there. Tanzania, they are there. Namibia, they are there. Zambia, many countries that the government is fighting for to restore our full hope. And they are doing all these things. Is it not money? They have sponsored our passports, our ID card, our currency. Is it not money? Is it blood? Is it your spirit that we used to do it? Is it not money that we used to do it? When I ask you. That is, I want you to know the importance of the government and the achievement. Is numerous achievement of this government. You will not know until you bend down. If you bend down, you see Abba. That is where we are. If you bend down, you see Abba. But if you don't bend down, Abe like Duo, Siri, all these mugus, they are making noise on social media today. The way is eating those mugus are making noise. This achievement of the African government, the achievement is marvelous. They say that in the history of those that has made education of a new country, that lack recognition, that what this government have achieved under 1 year, that no country in the world have achieved it, and we are still there. You want him to be using Ghana and be like, you know, doing what. And I proved to you from Mars, the humble lion, yesterday, that after declaration, you don't need what. In this 21st century, which UN introduced, adopted charter of the UN, Article 2 in bracket 4, which I read it yesterday. In that context of that reading, there is nothing like they said, do you hear anything armed struggle here? They said no, that they don't want it anymore, that things have changed. That they believe that people are no longer in the era of the colonial masters. This is what the government has adopted, the legal. The government adopted this UN Charter Article 2 and 4, which is what Namibia adopted when they made the declaration, or before they went into declaration, they adopted that UN Charter. That is why we all must know that this 21st century, that US government is doing the right thing. Give them a round of applause. Give USB a round of applause. Give them both, sir. They deserve it. They are doing well. I am celebrating my Christmas with full joy that next year I might be in Biafra land because of the achievement of this government. It's overwhelming. It's marvelous. They are doing a very wonderful job. You are envy, you are greedy, you are jealousness, you are hatred cannot stop it. Because the head of those indigenous of America did not stop today America being a country where Obieze is doing foolish, you become a useless man. Obieze become a fool. You don't have to go to operate and you are making noise. Oh, but for terrorism. You know, never to go to Rebeze. Mboye would remark on the canon na first one, they arrested Uchemefo as the deputy. Did they arrested even they arrested Chichike, those now the kidnappers on the canon? Did they arrested any of them? I don't know where people are getting because of your stupidity and naive you are in your brain. That is why you can talk trash with your mouth. And the people are not listening. We are watching all of you. We are writing those saboteurs in the midst of us after our declaration. The so-called IPOB is supposed to be jubilating, thanking God for saving them for the shame they put upon themselves in all this of long agitation without anything, achieving nothing. They only achieved to number 10 of the most deadly agitator group in the world. That was actually IPOB have achieved. Type on your Google, what is the achievement of the IPOB organization? Type on your phone, what is the achievement of the IPOB organization? The achievement is to record them, the number 10, the most dangerous, the most deadly agitation group under human rights. That is what they have achieved. And where does it take you to? It takes you to still remain under internal affair of Nigeria, that you don't have a mouth to talk. That is what I want you to know. These are truths that we should not shy away from. These truths are there. Go and check. Because of you can't research, you can't make findings. You come out to social media, you start talking anyhow you like. I want to tell you, continue talking. Ngozi Fulani is giving her name. People that don't know her want to know her. When people that know her type, do you know that Ngozi name is in Google? Her name is in archive. Her name is all these apps that can use to research. Type Dr. Ngozi Arabeza. That's how the world know her. And you will see what she is on her own. And also see, now that she become the deputy prime minister, her job and her good work, her good tidings that he has doing for the Biafran people. I am sorry for you that you may never know, because you are a hater of truth. And you, that woman is your master, can come and talk trash, and you think that people are listening to you. Even though the only people that are listening to you are those who are Nigeria list. Those haters of the truth, they are the one listening and clapping for you. Those that want Biafra to become a country, they are all moved into our future declaration. Go and check in the world. Brazil make a declaration of a country. They made it. You see what that thing that we did in Finland. Brazil did it in their own time. Israel, Congo, Ghana, South Africa, Belarus, Madagascar, Namibia, South Tome, Principe, India, Algeria. Name every countries in the world. All of them did what we have did in the past before they become a country. They did so. That is why our own cannot be the last, neither be the first. To continue calling names. Continue. The world are watching. And they understand the truth. The world are watching. And they understand the truth. They know the right thing. Because the world know the right thing. That's why the world are not playing. You claim that you are IPOB organization, achieving the number 10, the most deadliest agitation group. That you have achieved for over 1 decade, that you are on the current placards, wearing red beret, red t-shirt. That is all you know. Shame on you, IPOB, a woman that have served you, instead of you to honor her, carry her in your shoulder and calm down, because you never knew the road have a new country. You don't know what it takes to become a sovereign state. What is going to maintain a stakehold? You don't know it. You only want to remain a non-state actor, a mere political movement of agitating for self-determination. Shame, fools. Shame on all of you. Any group you see there talking trash, the world see them as rebel, puppet, loyalists of one Nigeria, and those that never want to become a country, like those that never want America to become a country. Massachusetts never want America to vote against America to become a country. Not only them, New York voted. California, where that old fool who call I don't know who is, voted that they don't want America to become a country. The history is repeating in the good side and the bad side. Which one do you want to repeat in your head? You want to become a sabo to repeat in your head. All your abuse, all your insult can never stop the movement. That is the area that I want to take you in. I want you to understand. No matter the name calling, no matter what you think we are doing, you can't. You will never stop this movement, because all the shenanigans of those that never want America, those people of America even have a number. 547 come outside and sign after the creation of America. They come outside and sign that they do not want America to become a country. Today, America is not a country. Learn a lesson. Learn a lesson. Learn your lesson from this that happened in America. That is why I'm bringing it to you for, so you to know that if America can have on their own time in July 4th, 1776, is it we that we're not going to have our own? We that are the most dangerous people to control in the world. That is who we are. So it is very imperative as you come here, you pay attention for you to know the exact thing we are here to do, because we are not here to talk what in our own way. We are here to present to you the repeating history that is repeating right now. The history is repeating in our own time. And the question is, as this history is repeating, what is repeating in your head? Is it the line of those that are bad people, or the line of those that are good people? That is one thing you must ask yourself. After you listen to this program today, I want to have a change of mind, change of thoughts in your life. Stop being betrayer. Stop being saboteur. Stop being puppet. Stop being toy, and stop being used against your own people. You must stop it. You must stop it. You have to do that. For you to stop it is for you to change narrative that you are no longer a bad person. Like those who have been calling me that this platform has changed their life, that they have understand what they never knew before, they decide to change and stand on the truth. That is kind of good news we need to hear. So I am here this evening to let you know that Biafra has been re-declared, that we also have made that history that America made in their own time, precisely July 4th, 1776. We have achieved it, and that is where we are. So continue calling them, continue ranting, continue shouting, continue doing yourself more harm than good, continue destroying yourself day in, day out. To be a sovereign state required only 4 things. Permanent population, according to Montevideo Convention. Montevideo Convention and the UN that work together, they rub shoulder. If I name what they are doing is when the left hand wash the right one wash the left hand. That is what the UN Charter is doing. This adopted UN Charter, that is what it stands for. That is exactly what it stands for. And you won't know it because you heard the truth. You are a hater of truth. And because you heard the truth will hurt you until you depart from this world that you are living. Triple M, hey, my senior colleague, good evening from here. Good evening from here. I would like to hear your voice on this platform today. In the next few minutes after we play the history of America, then we are just only laying down what we have to present to people today. That is how we do. We take 30 to 40 minutes to lay down so you will know what we are here to do. You will know who we know. We are going home very soon. That's why I said, celebrate this Christmas with joy, with overjoy. You have 2 celebrations. One is to celebrate the achievement of the United States of Biafra, which I'm going to take my time to count. Bring pen and paper. I will count it for you today. The achievement of the USB. How we count it. So if you ask for what they are doing, you can tell the world. Look at the achievement of their government under 1 year. No country in the world have achieved it. They said in that history that no country have achieved. They have achieved what the government have achieved under 1 year. No one has achieved that. So it is very, very imperative. I see you, Benchinak. I see you. I see you, Oster. Happy Christmas, my people. One day celebrate Bangoreba na. Today, na today ka na go Ngoreba na amugra nzopota. Ngoreba na amuru USB. Ndị nzopota. Na ngori na amuru USB. Ngoreba barobe egwu ọṅụ. Na asị na amuru nzopota. Otu a ka esi wee mụọ USB. USB wee kwesịrị wee nye anyị kwado ka ha nye anyị freedom. Kwado ka nye anyị good life. good hospital, good road, free education, no abuse of rights, no human treatment. This is why you must celebrate. That is why you must do what? Celebrate this government. The achievement is overwhelmed. The achievement is massive. And upon that, they are doing more. Oh, Kennedy. What is not happening? What is not happening? The government of the USB that to remove shame in the eyes of IPOB. The government of USB that remove shame in the eyes of CRC. And all the inconsequentials, those individuals, those intellectuals, Shomo Okoma them. Chai, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, round of applause with you and the government. I clap for you. I remove my cap for the government, for the achievement. It's massive. It's massive. Do not mind these very inner people. Do not mind these very inner people that are there ranting and shouting. Do not mind to go 419, very inner person. Do not mind him. He don't know the roads. He claims he's inside the government, but he never know the judgment of the government. They never went to a meeting. Go 247, go forward and give one advice. Except in la potion, la para anya ko okporo, anya okporo, isi okpo, go 419. We go 419, isi okpo, anya okporo. We go 419, isi okpo, anya okporo. You want to come and reap where you did not sow. We go 419, isi okpo, anya okporo. You go 419, onyohi, anya okporo. We are waiting for you. January, we are waiting for you. Come outside. Obu no go to social media. If you are no longer seeing you on social media, how much after they have committed crime, they will go and hide themselves and go back to Nigeria. Maybe that is why he told us that January. Maybe because of he find out that he need to go back to Nigeria. He does social media. Come out, Wabonzo. That is what all these people have been doing. Nothing more than that. Nothing. And they cannot do anything except to rant and shout. We go 419, that is who you are. Onyo Yazuraz. Onusigo Olabago 419. We go to 419. Ezibo Onyo Yazurazo Kobo. We go 247 Onyohi. My people, the government's achievement is top-notch. What we are passing through today is what people of America pass through in their own time. That is exactly what we are passing through today. And we cannot get Biafra without passing through that. America is not united before they achieve their declaration and recognition. So do not call. If anybody refuses to use his tongue, count his teeth, to stand on this government side, allow them. The bias na adi adini igba agosu agro mu mu egbu ohishi o ndi nwe ihu na no ihu olu ndi nwe be che ebe fa onye bra ba di onye mbrembra ndi mbrembra no n'ime anyị ga-agba kpọpụsịa na nke ikpeazụ a because ndi mbrembra na America over 100,000 of them mbalagra they flew away immediately America grabbed their recognition. They know that the game has changed. They knew that the game has changed. Hey, Mazakai, please hold on, my people. 1 minute. Let me know. Sorry for meeting. Sorry for meeting. So let us go into the real deal of today. What America, the history of America that is repeating today. The history of America that it is repeating today in our own time. It is very imperative that we all understand it very well. Because when you understand what you are passing through, then it will make you to be strong. And also to know that I am not passing through this alone. That in the past, that people has passed through this way, then you will be strong. I said what? I said you will be strong. To you to know that what I'm passing through, that people has passed through that in the past. That people has gone through that in the past. That I am not the first, neither am I going to be the last. I am not the first, I am not going to be the last. That is why it's important for you to know exactly where you stand and where you are. Nothing is in this world will hide forever. A time the truth will prevail. A time the truth must what? Prevail. And when this truth prevail, nobody will stop it. If you try to stop the truth will continue hurting you until you allow the truth to sell. Because when you undermine the truth you undermine will hurt you so deeply. That is why it's important for you to know what we are passing through today. So, do not panic, because you have a good government that are taking care of everything. You know, when when what you are doing is under legal, that you don't have to be afraid. Peter, Chido Emmanuel, and Oliver also, you are welcome. Remember that whenever you are doing so, and that thing is under legal, you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be what? Afraid. Rather, what will happen inside you? Then you learn how to be more happy to continue doing the good job that you are doing. If America, people can reject America today, that is the #1 in the world. If people can reject America, what about us? Do you think that people cannot reject us also? If people of America totally number 547 of people of America gathered together after the declaration of 56 men from America, now they mobilize, Great Britain mobilized 557 against 56 people to denounce that they never want America as a country. But the question is, did that stop America to being a country? The answer is no, it did not stop them. Today they are a country because of what? That act of declaration is legal under international law. And the government of the USB has done that. They have achieved that. They have what? They have achieved that. That is why I am rejoicing. That's why I am happy. That's why I believe that I'm going home. Because of what? The work of the government who understand what it takes to protect their own citizens. That is why someone like me, I choose to rejoice every time. Every day of my life, I am rejoicing. Now I know the job of my government, that they are there to protect me. That is also why I know that putting my face on social media is not going to do me any harm. Rather, it's going to bring a blessing to me and the people of Biafra. Listen to this. Now we are dive in. #1, how many men signed the document of the United States of America? I told you here 56 men. And also 547 was against the declaration. They signed and turned it down because of British sponsored them. Listen to this.
While the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence became heroes to Americans, the Loyalists and the British press viewed them as criminals and mocked them relentlessly. If you had been in a London coffeehouse or a Loyalist home in New York in late 1776, here is what you would have heard. 1. The leaders of the anti-USA movement, In November 1776, over 547 people signed the Declaration of Independence in New York. They were the leaders of the movement that never wanted the USA to exist. Frederick Phillips III, one of the richest men in New York and a landowner. He was the first to sign the paper against the USA. He called the Patriots rebels and eventually lost his 50,000-acre estate and fled to England. Thomas Hutchinson, the former governor of Massachusetts. He wrote a famous 32-page book called Strictures upon the Declaration, where he called the Founding Fathers' reasons false and frivolous. William Franklin. This is a famous tragedy. He was the son of Benjamin Franklin. He was a dedicated loyalist who stayed loyal to the king, even though his father was a leader of the USA. He called the Declaration an act of madness. 2. How the British press mocked Thomas Jefferson. The British newspapers didn't think the Declaration was a masterpiece. They thought it was badly written and logically stupid. Ridiculous philosophy. One British writer mocked the phrase, "all men are created equal," saying it was as ridiculous as the Americans' old beliefs in witchcraft. The cabbage stalk insult, Thomas Hutchinson, mocked the idea of unalienable rights. He joked that if a right is unalienable, meaning it can't be moved, then a patriot cannot transfer his right to a broomstick or a cabbage stalk. He was basically saying the words made no sense. Purely American brains. Hutchinson wrote that the idea that a man has a right to life was so purely American that I believe the texture of no other brain upon the face of the earth will admit the idea. He was calling Americans thick-headed. 3. The hypocrisy attack. The most effective way the British mocked the new USA was by pointing out the issue of slavery. Samuel Johnson, a famous British writer, famously asked, "How is it that we hear the loudest yelps for liberty among the drivers of Negroes?" They mocked Jefferson for writing about liberty, while he and many other signers owned hundreds of enslaved people. They called the Declaration a sham and a pretend document. Comparison. How they saw the signers. Name for the signers. Why they used it. Ungrateful children. To show they were betraying their mother country, England. Bankrupts. To claim they only wanted independence to avoid paying their debts. Deluded wretches. To say they were being tricked by leaders like Samuel Adams. The faction. To say they were a small, illegal group, not a real government. Would you like to know what happened to the 547 people who signed the paper against the USA? Or would you like to see the list of the 40 states that the modern United States of Biafra says it is creating today?
Are you listening? I hope you are listening to what happened in America. After 56 men stood up to sign the document of the Declaration of America as a country, like those Ephraim who went to Finland to sign the Declaration of America. Today they come back and start making it on social media. They come back and start doing shenanigans on social media today, as you can see. The same thing happened in America. Remember, America made their declaration when? July 4th, 1776. As these men who gathered and made this declaration in 1776, what happened? The same 1776, people come outside and do what? Voted over what? Over 544 stand up to make a declaration that they do not want America to become a country. So, when you see this movement in this way, you always ask me if you have a plan to interview you. Do you have a plan to interview Real Biafra TV that are fighting for the freedom of their people? I'm talking about the ongoing genocide that is happening in Nigeria. Do you have time to interview us? This is only comment you write here every blessed day. Do you have time to interview us to prove to the world, or for you to learn from what happened to us, to use and act more film, more movies? So, my people, this is a story of America you are hearing. This is a story of America. Look at what America passed through and look at what we are passing through today. Look at what we are passing through. Look at the name calling. Look at the saboteurs around us, what they are doing. Why the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence become a hero to America? The loyalists and the British press view them as a criminal and mock them breathlessly. The British sees these men like Nigerian government today, seeing our declaration and making mockery of it. Now the Nigeria loyalist people, those our Biafran people, those IPOB organization that in the fall of our declaration, that those Omada Highway that are making mockery of Biafra when we declare it. The same will happen to America. That is why I told you that history is repeating here. The history of Biafra. You see that name? US, USB, US, USB. Their history are the same thing. Their history are coming together after the declaration. And even although before the declaration also. That is why it's very imperative that we all understand what we are doing and where we are. Look at Great Britain. After the declaration of America, they mock people of America. Not only them, the citizens of America, those from South Old Eastern region, they are not making mockery of our declaration. But the question is that I always ask, so to refresh their mind, after this man has made mockery of America, did because of these 554 people who signed that America will not be a country, did that stop them from being a country? From that stop them from being a country? The answer is no. The answer is no. It never stopped them from being a country, despite them gathering sign that we don't want America to become a country. In the year 1776, July the 4th, they never want. It never stopped America to be a country. You see, this is our promised land. We are going to be there. That is the most important part. That is the most important part of it, because Chukwu Okabiam has promised that the promised land, America, has become a savior of people, will be declared and restored and become a country. The same way Chukwu Okabiam today has declared and restored that the Biafran people is going to do what? Become a country to serve the mankind. To serve mankind. Yes. My mom Margaret, I see you. So it's very, very important. More than 1,000 Biafrans signed the redeclaration of the Biafra nation last year in Lahti, Finland, on the November 29, 2024, while US was only just, no, US is not just, US is not 500, US is 56. Look at it here. Why the 56 men who signed the Declaration of the Independence become the hero of America? This 500 was the one people that was against the Declaration of America as a country. This 547 was those who Great Britain sponsored to sign that they do not want America to become a country. But why the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence of America become a hero in America? Then the loyalists and the British press view them as criminal and they make mockery of them and they put everything on their head. Yes. It is very important for us to know the exact record that are repeating here. But our own, over 1,000 Biafrans declared it. Over 1,000. That's why I told you that the happiness of America is that imagine 56 men against 547. Imagine 56 people winning 547 because they stand on the legal side and these individuals are not on the legal side. So the world understand it. That is why people of Morocco recognizing America, proving that America is on the legal, that those 56 men that make this declaration are on the legal side, and why that over 547 are not on the legal side for those who declared and fall back. We have to prove it to you here that when America declared their independence, they did not fall back. They denounced the name they use to stand on to achieve their declaration. They only use United 13 Colonia because of their award. There are only 13 states. The only 13 states that make a declaration. Yes, 56 is the number that make declaration. Why 547 turn against 56? That is 56. They are the number that make declaration of America. Why 547 was against the declaration and they did not win, despite their noise, despite their sign, despite everything, they never win. They never win. Despite calling them names, they start calling this 56 name. You will, when we are playing it right now, you will hear the name that was being called. If they had been in a London coffee house, if all these 5,500 and yes, 56, yes, if this 554, 547, if they sit in the London coffee shop, they are loyalists of America. Do you know that people of New York refuse that America will be country? People of the state of Massachusetts said no, that they don't want that name called America to become a country. But they don't want it. They want to remain under Great Britain. Do you know that people of California, where that old fool called Adono is, also refuse that America will not become a country? What of the other one they call Philadelphia? They say that one, these four states out of 13 states that America has, when they declare United States of America, these four refuse that they do not want America to become a country. Other people are there from other states, but they did not come out. These four states in America comes out and fight brutally against the declaration of America as a country. They fought for it. But what happens? Because of this declaration is out of political move to prove that Enugu has emerged and also become illegal. That is why the illegal can never defeat legal. And that is where our government of UAD stand today. Imagine our own. Over how many numbers? Over 1,000 people that stood up and made the declaration. And what is going on today? A friend from Venezuela, good evening from here. We are people of Biafra. I am from United States of Biafra, the new country that was declared. You know the day you always celebrated you are independent. So we have declared our own in Latvia, Finland, November 2024. That is the day we make our declaration. So we become a sovereign state. Now we are seeking for official international recognition. We have effective government. We have a population of over 80 million people. We have a population of over 80 million people. We have effective government that are ready to enter to sign agreement with your country if they want to help us to achieve our recognition, to become a fully member of the state in the international global community. That is what we are seeking for right now. That is where I'm from. You will see those on the comments. You will see Madam Rose. You will see Madam Margaret. You will see many people that are commenting. They are all from United States of Biafra, the new country that was declared November 2024. That is where we're from. So please be our friend and let your people know that today you come to a platform of those that are looking for. We are more than 80 million. The Biafra is not only Igbos. It's all the old Eastern region that is what made up of Biafra. When Biafra fought war, 1970 to 1970s, not only Igbos, the entire old Eastern region. That's the people that fight to the independence of Biafra through Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, through Philip Efong, through many of them that fought for Biafra. Type on the Google how many people fought for Biafra. The makeup of what? The number. At this present Biafra right now, we are over 80 million. Only our self-referendum vote being conducted by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, we get maximum number of over 50 million on our self-referendum vote. That is everywhere in the social media today. Type United of Biafra Government in Exile self-referendum vote. You will see over 50 million. That's only I myself help over 100 people to vote. That is how people in America said that there is nothing like America. July 4th, 1776. That is how, when you come to somebody's platform, you start writing junk. He texts me, the comments cannot last here. Look at it. Let me show you. I've started deleting it. Look at it again. Just only one touch. I remove it. Do you see it? All the garbage you write has been removed. And you claim you live in America. You don't know the history of America. Listen, let me play the history of America and their independence. Listen.
While the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence became heroes to Americans, the Loyalists and the British press viewed them as criminals and mocked them relentlessly.
Do you hear it? There is 56 men, 5-6, that make the Declaration of America. There is. And those that are there, what happened? Those American loyalists like you who believe in one Nigeria, they start making mockery of those 56 men that make the Declaration of America as a country today. 547 said no, that they don't want America to become a country, like the garbage you are writing here. The question is, did they stop them? Because of this 547 who never want America to become a country, that after 56 men signed, you had it here. This is the history of America. And you are in America. If you're in America, you could have known the history of America. So what I'm doing now, you could have known about it. Know that America declared their independence with only 56 people that signed the document of the declaration on July 4th, 1776. And the first country ever that give America recognition that America becomes a country, the first country in the world that announced that America is a country is Morocco. After the declaration, America stand for a year and 6 months. No country give them recognition. No country in the world give them one single recognition. No country give them recognition until after a year and 6 months. 1 year, maximum 6 months, before Morocco will come and say, America, we have accepted you that you are a country. After that, what happened again? After what happened? France come and give the recognition. After 1 year of France accepted that America is a country, what happened? France now said, okay, come, we will sign agreement treaty with you to back you up, to chase away Great Britain. The question is, do you know that Massachusetts in America deny that America will not, they sign against that, they don't want America to become a country, that they prefer to remain under Great Britain? Do you know that? Do you also know that New York signed that they don't want America to become a country? Do you also know that California signed that they do not want America to become a country? Do you know that Philadelphia also signed that they do not want America to become a country? Do you know that? That is for you. That is for you. You are educated in. Tell us the history of America and start writing jargons. I just allow you because somehow you retrieve yourself from your mistake. You live there does not mean anything. It doesn't mean that if you live there, do you know the history? Listen to the history of America right here. Go and research instead of you to type something you don't know. Go and type. So I want you to understand it.
If you had been in a London coffee house or a Loyalist home in New York in late 1776, here is what you would have heard. 1. The leaders of the anti-USA movement.
Do you know about the leaders of the anti-USA movement? Do you know in America? Do you know about it? Those that never want America to become a country. They call them the leaders of the anti-USA movement. Listen, so you will hear their action and you will hear how they criticize the 56 men that's this America where you are today, those that made it to become a country. Why are you there if it's not good for you? Where are you from? And you're in America. Look at your name. Where are you from today? You're in America. America is the best country in the world. They are number one. Where are you from? Are you not in America? Is any police harassing you? Okay, you are in no wonder you are in the New York that refused that America. They signed that America will not be a country. There was against America becoming a country in July the 4th, 1776. They deny it. They deny that access. They never want. But that is now you are acting like people like where you are. Now the history is repeating where you are. You are coming to prove that the history is repeating where you are. Where you are is those that they did what they never want. Look, listen to here. Listen to this. If you had been in a London coffee house, or Loyalist home in the New York in late 1776, here is what you would have heard. This is what you would have heard. And today I am here to telling you, let you to know that look at what it means. Look at the way what they pass through. Instead of you to pass and listen to the truth. As if you are there, how many countries in America refuse that America will not be a country? How many sign? Can you answer in the comment section? How many countries sign that they don't want America to be a country? Can you? How many states in America sign it? Out of 13 states that America has before they do the declaration, out of 13 states they have, can you tell us how many sign that America will not be a country? Can you? No, it's a hard time that people come. We give them education. We lecture them small, so their shame will push them away. And why I'm saying that way because what I am discussing is on what he's writing. That is why I have time to answer him. So those that are just joining me, we know the topic we are treating. History is repeating, and today look at him. The history of New York that never wants America to become a country has repeated on his head. The way he's talking is the way that people of New York was talking in 1776. Listen.
In November 1776, over 547 people signed the Declaration of Independence in New York.
You hear it? Over 547 people signed the Declaration of Independence in the New York that they do not want that declaration to hold. They turn down the declaration over what? 547, where British hosted them is in New York. Both people of California, both people of Massachusetts, they all come in there, they sign with a large number. They do not want America to become a country. After they are signed, the question is, America, is it not a country today? America is not a country today.
The leaders of the movement that never wanted the USA to exist.
Do you hear it? These leaders, they were the leaders of the movement that never wanted the US to exist. They never wanted US to do what? To exist as a country. They listen to these names.
Frederick Phillips III, one of the richest men in New York and a massive landowner. He was the first to sign the paper against the USA. He called the Patriots rebels and eventually lost his 50,000-acre estate and...
Do you hear this? Frederick Philip III, one of the richest men in New York and a massive landowner. He was the first to sign the paper against that US can never become a country. Then, for these 56 men who stand up, who make this declaration of America, they start calling them puppet, rebel, and eventually, after he has called them that, when America grabbed their recognition from Morocco and France and become a full country, what happened? America seized over 50,000 acres of estate, and the man leave it and run away to England. The same history that we repeated in anybody for all those who are making mockery of themselves, social media, those that are haters of our declaration, they must face this sanction. I think Obato Obiye said that anybody who did not participate in this movement will live as a stranger in Biafra land. It's true. So you can see that America did it in their own time. So we are going to implement it in our own time. So continue talking that Biafra is not a country. Listen to the names of men of America who they are rich men who never want America to become a country. Yes, that thing you are writing there is exactly what people of America say, that having America can never give them a better life. But today, what happened? What happened today? America is what? The best country ever in the world. And you claim you live in New York. And the history of New York, those who never want America to become a country, is happening in your head. That is why in this comment section, you are only one shame allowed to write garbage. You cannot write again. Oh yeah, just start listening, or you disappear.
Fled to England. Thomas Hutchinson, the former governor of Massachusetts.
Do you hear it? Thomas Hutchinson, the former governor under Britain, in Massachusetts, wrote over 32 pages like Obinna Ozagalobi, writing a long note pages for Go 247. Umuokoko, a governor in Massachusetts, writing famously 32 pages book against this man, against the declaration of America as a country. Like what you see Obinna Ozaganobi. That is why I told you that the history is repeating. That is why you see people who write a long note, talking trash, writing garbage. And do you know that the garbage of this Massachusetts governor, former Massachusetts governor, does he stop after he writes 32 pages? Does this stop America to become a country? The answer is no. Today, America is that country where all of them gather in there. Imagine the truth. These are pure truth. These are pure history that we are bringing. Look at how the history is repeating. I don't know who is in California. California that never wanted America to become a country. That is where she is. And look at our people in Massachusetts. They are pretending as if they don't hear this message. They don't know. That is why we are reaching this message out. For you to share it once you come. Like the program. If your first time coming, you will see a 3 dot in front of you. Click on that 3 dot. You will see like and share. You will see what? Like and share. We are running fast because we want to also go to African country. where the same thing has happened. We want to get here and get here. So you become two, one in America, one in Africa. So it will become a pure history that you need to know. Subscribe on the YouTube page. Keep your notification on so you know that sometimes we come live once in a day, depend on our time, because we do work also. So we're able to have internet to recharge this our data, our internet to be here. That is what we do. YouTube is not giving us one naira. What I am doing, I am also lecturing myself about my own freedom to know that what I am passing through today, that people has passed through that in the past, so I can learn from them. That is why when you see me be a proud United States of Biafra citizen, I know my right, that it is my right to become a proud United States of Biafra citizen. It is my right. Because I have an effective government that are working perfectly job for me to go back home. A lot is happening. I hope you're hearing it. Listen.
He wrote a famous 32-page book called Strictures upon the Declaration, where he called the Founding Fathers' reasons false and frivolous.
Do you hear it? This Massachusetts governor called those that make the creation of America, he called them names. Failure. He called them frivolous people. Look at what they write today. What are they calling USB? And is it not names that they are calling them? Is it not them they are calling us that believe in USB declaration? People of America pass through that. Have a strong heart. Now I want you to know with this that you that is supporting USB declared, you are on the right track. Let's continue. Remember the name Thomas. The name Thomas is a governor in Massachusetts. He signed against the creation of America to become a country, and he wrote over 32 pages of book claiming and cursing, insulting those that declare this America that you are seeing today.
William Franklin. This is a famous tragedy. He was the son of Benjamin Franklin. He was a dedicated loyalist who stayed loyal to the king, even though his father was a leader of the USA. He called the Declaration an act of madness.
Do you hear that? That is why you still go 247 and all this mad people everywhere. Look at a madman calling somebody mad people. Look at someone without common sense, calling other people names. These are the things that we have to understand. This is the real deal. This is what happened in this life we are living in America. Today is happening to us. William Franklin. This is the famous tragedy. He was the son of the Benjamin Franklin. He was dedicated loyalty, who stays loyal to King of the Great Britain, even though his father was a leader of the U.S., those who make the declaration of the U.S., and he said that his father is mad. That he said that called the Declaration Act of madness. Imagine a son that your father is giving you life, and you stood up. You call what your father is giving to you, that your father and his act is madness. Could you believe that? Could you believe it happened in America? So today, when you see those are calling you and I names, stand strong. They know that the history is repeating. But what will giving you joy? What is giving me joy? I don't know what is giving you joy, that after all these name callings, that America still become a country today, that they are number one. Imagine. What if those who declared it fall back and go back to British? Could America today be where they are today? Maybe if they come back in the future to come back and answer, what of all this thing that happened on today? Who could have been the savior of the people? Who could have? Yes. Thank you so much, my brother. You're welcome. We must learn by ourselves. We must know the truth. We must also know the history, because we cannot achieve this history without knowing those that have been there before. That is why our people said in Igbo adage, ọkpụ na ọkpụ ụzọ amara akpụ ụzọ ya lee egbe anya n'ọdụ ka ọ mụta ka esi akpọ ogene gbara mkpị na-abụ. Onye ọbụla lere egbe anya n'ọdụ ma ọ bụ picture te egbe ga-akpụta nwa ogele. That is where we are. Also, our people also said, na ọ bụrụ na ị mara ụzọ ebe esi echute mmiri, ngị so okpokoro eju ka ị gachuru mmiri lọtawa, na okpokoro eju gachuru ụzọ mmiri. That is what this history is all about. And some of people said, no bro want to see it, na ebi ụzọ wee mkpọmkpọ ite. That is where we are. That is why I'm bringing for us to listen, to learn by ourselves, for us to know the road, what happened to those that have been where we are now, that in the past, they have passed through what we are passing through today, so we can encourage ourselves and move on with our life.
2. How the British press mocked Thomas Jefferson. The British newspapers didn't think the Declaration was a masterpiece. They thought it was badly written and logically stupid.
Do you hear it? Number 2, how the British press mocked Thomas Jefferson. These are those, Thomas Jefferson, these are those that make the Declaration of America, one of them. The British newspaper did not think the Declaration was masterpiece. They thought it was badly written along local stupidity. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that in America? Could you imagine what people in America pass through, saying that the Declaration is a stupid act? Is it not the same that those are one Nigerians, those IPOB, who continuously endless agitation, who cannot achieve anything? Amy Justice, you're welcome. Ijelewa Itina, good evening from here. I salute you. Thank you so much. History is repeating. History is repeating. That's one thing I want us to know, that history is repeating here.
Ridiculous philosophy. One British writer mocked the phrase, all men are created equal, saying it was as ridiculous as the Americans' old beliefs in witchcraft.
Yeah, the man said that from this, he said that American people to believe that declaration. That the declaration is a witchcraft. How could some of them believe in this witchcraft? Could you see length of talk, calling name, trying to destroy it? Like what's one Nigeria, what IPOB, what Fallback, what CRC, what Adandocho, what Ugo 419, and all of them are doing. America has gone through that in the past. Any name we are being called today, any name our DPM is being called today, in the past, they are calling people in America. The same American people, they are the one. Imagine that a father who give a birth to a son, make a declaration, and his son stood up because of he loved Great Britain, and said that his father is mad by making the declaration of a new country called United States of America, July 4th, 1776. The son said that the father is mad. Could you hear that? British also said in their newspaper that that is a local stupidity declaration of America. That's America you are hearing today. This America you are seeing in your crow eyes. You read about them. You see their movement, how they're trying to save many countries in the world and save Christians in the world. That is the country that British was against. The same way they was against us because they know who we are. We have proven that we are going to help America. To do what? To end all this endless agitation today. To end all this shenanigans of the GOS. A group of deadly agitation, a group that they are in the world, they have called them the number 10 deadly agitator group. That is what they have achieved. Nothing. Imagine. And they will come out and talk and comment. Useless people. When people play the video of Methuselah Ekwensu, the only one thing he said is that he said that they are the one who always use fake accounts to attack on the people when Obato Obie is here. Because of Simon, but they created fake accounts. That is what he opened his mouth and said. So you will know those that are writing junk in the comment section. They are the one, IPOB. They know how to use fake name, fake account to be on the page and writing jargon. Let's continue. Imagine you had it here that a paper in British right make mockery of this declaration and also said that the declaration, that those who believe in that declaration, that they believe in witchcraft. Hey. Now, wow, let us continue.
The cabbage stalk insult, Thomas Hutchinson, mocked the idea of unalienable rights. He joked that if a right is unalienable, meaning it can't be moved, then a patriot cannot transfer his right to a broomstick or a cabbage stalk. He was basically saying the words made no sense.
You see, they was saying that what? That the declaration make no sense. That the declaration of America make no sense. But let me ask you in the comment section today, America declaration, does it make sense to you? If America declaration and where they pass through makes sense to you, now right, that the United States of Biafra, that the US government, or right that United States of Biafra is making sense to me. For me, it's making more sense. The United States of Biafra is making sense to me.
Purely American brains. Hutchinson wrote that the idea that a man has a right to life was so purely American that I believe the texture of no other brain upon the face of the earth will admit the idea. He was calling Americans thick-headed.
He was calling American people thick-head. Like we go 247, work isi ukwu. We go 419, onye isi ukwu. Nwoke ogwu isi okpo anya. Onye okwu ụgha. We go 247, we go 419. This one you are not talking. Have you traveled back to the zoo? Because what if any of you want to travel back to Nigeria, you will start destroying the good work I've done in the past. We go 419. Have you traveled to Nigeria? This one you are not talking again. Come out, come and talk. Igbo onye boss no no am Igbo also use social media mage mpago umoge. Let's continue.
3. The hypocrisy attack. The most effective way the British mocked the new USA was by pointing out the issue of slavery.
Do you see that? That Great Britain turn back, start accusing, and they use mockery of that those make declaration want to slave people of America. Is it not what we are passing through today? And I'm going and go to the real line. Yeah, yo. Obulo tu akesiri ngozi rebeze ikwu anyị murikwu more and more. Obulo ka irie mo we do mind ihe mebe eziokwu ị ga-enye m freedom gbala Biafra land biko iricha m onye kwala m change. Umokoko. Look at what British passed, look at what America passed through, and who are we? Now it's not making sense to you. Why America never wants, why British never want America to become a country? Because of what? Because they know that America will do good job more than them. They know that America will do good job more than them. That is why they do what they do. So, my people, listen, let's continue.
Samuel Johnson, a famous British writer, famously asked, "How is it that we hear the loudest yelps for liberty among the drivers of Negroes?" They mocked.
Are you hearing it? The mockery continue. Today, what are we experiencing? Is it not mockery from left, right, and center? You see how America, from their own citizen, from those outside, and these 56 men stand tall against 547 who signed that they never want America to become a country. We have to stand. We have to do the needful, and we are doing it.
Jefferson for writing about liberty, while he and many other signers owned hundreds of enslaved people. They called the Declaration a sham and a pretend document.
Do you hear it? They call the Declaration document of America, they call it sham and the pretended document. It's not the same thing you go 419 is calling our government today. Translate those things in a common word of our own people. Then you will see, then you will understand where we are and why you must do more than what you are doing for us to go home. The government cannot do it alone. The government cannot do it alone. They need us. They need you. They need I. That is why I volunteer myself to go to any length to do everything for me to know my right, for me to know that what I'm passing through, that many countries has gone through that in the past. My people, we are on the right track. Listen to what America passed. Those make a declaration. Are we not passing through the same thing today? Are we not going through the same thing that America people passed through after the declaration?
Comparison. How they saw the signers. Name for the signers. Why they used it. Ungrateful children. To show they were betraying their mother country, England.
Do you hear it? They call those that declared America as a country, they call them what? They call them ungrateful children that betrayed their motherland, their mother country. The people of America believe that Great Britain is their motherland. They call what? They call their own people that stout up to defend their life, those that make the declaration, they call them what? Betrayer of their own motherland. Look at you, Ugo 419, telling you that most of the best they betrayed him as Simon. Could you see that fool and slap Ugo 247 where you see him? Slap him. The same thing. People of America call those make the declaration of America and stand on the mandate of their declaration. Calling could be they betray Simon. Him they're calling that name. He is like this Great Britain people. He's like he's like that son who look at his father who brought this save of this country called America today. The son told his father, "Father, you are mad by claiming that we are people of America. Why I belong in Great Britain?" Can you see it? Ungrateful children is what they tag those that make the creation of America. Ungrateful children. Can you hear that? Look at what we are passing through today. Look at the name callings. Can you see the name calling? Can you see? That is why in my comment, in my head, I told you that the history of America is repeating in the movement of the USB. It's not repeating. It's repeating. Look at the name calling. Continue.
Bankrupts. To claim they only wanted independence to avoid paying their debts.
They call them, they are bankrupt. That they don't have money to pay for tax. That is why they declare America, so they cannot pay tax to Britain. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Could you imagine that? Could you believe? Now, why they declare that America is because of their bank corrupt. They don't have money. They cannot be able to pay tax. And instead of them to pay tax, they say they declare that America is an independent country. Could you imagine? Are you connecting the dots? Yes. Mommy Margaret, the gods of Biafra land will continue to strengthen you. He said, then another thing I said, you should stop complaining. We are getting it right. That is why they name calling. Exactly. If those that put America where they are today answered such names we are hearing here today, what of us? Look at it here, my people. Is it not true what we are passing through? Name calling. Name calling. Shy. That is why I don't know how to appreciate this one, Columbozo Arabeza. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to appreciate this woman. I don't know how to appreciate those who stood up in Finland and still standing till today. Not those who declare and fall back. Not them. Because if people of America have declared and fall back to United as 13 colony, nobody will recognize them, and the British could have wiped them away. But because of that declaration, they stand on it. That is why after a year and 6 months, Morocco granted recognition. Are you hearing it? If you see Afomorora, wish her happy Christmas in a big way. She deserves it. Those are the cabinet members. They all tried. They're all doing good for us. Please, if you never like the page, please like, subscribe on the YouTube page. Please endeavor to do that.
Deluded wretches. To say they were being tricked by leaders like Samuel Adams. The faction. To say they were a small, illegal group, not a real government. Would you like to know what
imagine they are calling those people a little, small, larger group, that they are not real government. Now, bring CRC, Chiamaka, what I don't know. Bring them in. This is where the suit that the government is not the real government. It's CRC is the real government. Could you imagine that? Shame on all of you. You on social media. Making our people, that's all you care. Imagine. Bring CRC here now. Bring Fallback. Bring all this shenanigan group. This is where they fall in. That is why the history is repeating without wasting time. That is what the history is repeating day in, day out. Now, listen to what they did to those that these 557 men that signed against the Declaration of America. Those who signed that America can never be a country. They prefer to remain under Great Britain. It's good we know what happened to them. Because America did not just allow them to just go like that. They did not allow them to go. They punished them. I am also playing for those fools to know what happened. I'm also praying for them to know. Listen to this. I will not explain deep here, just because I want to go to Namibia history. What the enemies did in that place.
In 1776, the world was watching a group of men commit what was legally considered the highest crime possible: high treason. Because the king's supporters, the Loyalists, and the British government believed the United States was an illegal idea, they used very specific, harsh names for the people who signed the Declaration of Independence.
Are you hearing it? They use harsh names for those who sign the Independence of America. Today, sometimes when you come across these fools, Adando Show, Faceless Unite, the Eggmaster, the Eggman, Sonny Aprawa them, useless Adapeti, who took only watch her program. When you look at these people and what you are hearing here today, is it anything different? Is it not the same harsh name? Now it's you who are among them that are listening to me or listening to this program. Remove that your envy, zero your mind first and listen. Zero your mind. Forget USB. Forget the group you are. But look at this history. Then you will know those they are calling name today, harsh name in the movement that we are into. Is it not people of United States of Biafra government, USB? Is it not them that have all this rash name calling? Is it not them? Is it not them they are giving all this rash name today that they give people of America that signed the Independence of America? The history is repeating, my people. The history is repeating.
1. The name for the act, the rebellion. The British government never called it a revolution or a war for independence at first. The unnatural rebellion. They called the declaration an unnatural act, comparing the colonies to a child attacking its mother, England.
They called the declaration what? A child attacking her mother. Imagine the way they twist the word. They call the declaration word a child attacking its mother, England. That England is their mother, like those who believe in one Nigeria. Those IPOB organization, those ROCs and those fall back. Today they're attacking USB government. We are sorry for all of you, but the only thing that the history is repeating in your head.
The faction. They claimed the signers didn't represent the people, but were just a desperate faction or a cabal of troublemakers looking for power.
These are name callings. Are you hearing it? These are name callings of those that stand on the declaration of the America that America must be a country, like you and I, who stand with our government, that Biafra, that the United States of Biafra must become a country. The same thing. The same thing is what you are hearing here today. The same name calling. Look at the name they are calling them. They call them. But with just desperate factor or a cabal of troublemakers looking for power. That is them they call those that declare America. And you are when they call you, go to the flood, you get angry. Stop complaining and know that be happy because you are receiving those name callings because you are doing the right thing. Are you hearing it? That is why we will not achieve this Biafra without knowing all this history that are repeating, so we can stand strong and push. Because now it's the time for you to support more. Now it's the time for you to go and take your ID card. Only this can change your mind. So you can go and take the ID card of the United States of America. Sorry, United States of Biafra, because it is United States of America. United States, is that United? That is why anything right now, if I'm researching, once they give me United States of America, they give me United States of Biafra because of that word. Kasatina, thank you so much. You are here. Thank you. And see you. In a little time, we open our phone call, before we call and put their own suggestion. They call those that declare the America, they call them. They said what? They are just a desperate faction or a cabal of troublemakers looking for power. Yes, we have a caller. Let's see from what we are doing. Who is that person? Who are you? No, this is from work. Please, 1 minute, my people. That is a call from my office because we can't do without where we are working. Also, they need to ask me something and I've already answered. So sorry for that. We continue. Number 2.
2. Names for the people. The signers. If you were a founding father, in the eyes of a loyalist, you were called traitor. This was the most dangerous name. If the British had won, every man who signed that paper would have been hanged as a traitor.
Do you hear this story? Do you hear the story? If you are a founding father, in the eyes of loyalists, those in America who believe in Great Britain to become their country, you will call what? We will call what? A traitor. This was the most dangerous name. If British had won, every man who signed the paper would have been hanged as a terrorist or as a traitor. They could have hanged this man if these men did not stand. Now I see why our DPM is fighting seriously. That is why she is not surrendering. That is why she is doing everything humanly possible to make sure that we go back home. And that is why she's in America, reading American history, and you know she knows the stake. She knows what it means to declare no country. That is why she stands strong and do what she's doing. Nobody can stop it. Nobody. That is why we are where we are right now. That is why we stand. Let's continue listening to the name calling.
The rabble. They called the signers and their supporters the rabble or the mob, meaning they were low-class people who didn't understand how to run a government.
It's not the same thing that they are telling about DPM today. You're supposed to be a government in exile until you achieve Biafra before you can sweep into University of Biafra. Look at it here. The history is repeating. The history is repeating, our people. They call them what? They call them rebel. They call this those who sign this and support, they call them the rebel or the mob, meaning they were low-class people who don't understand how to rule a government. Is it not the same thing that they are calling the government today? Is it not what Ogun Kere and all this stupid group, all this inconsequential, is not what they are calling the US government? Look at the history. Tag them and let them come so they can take, they know those they are representing and their work they are doing. You must stand, support United States of Biafra movement. You must.
Yankees. Today this is a nickname for Americans, but in 1776 it was a nasty insult. It meant a clumsy, dishonest country.
Do you hear something? They call them Yankees. Today, this is a nickname of America. But in the 1776 was what? Insult. It was insult. Eh? Do you hear it? A country of what? Ping pong. Ping pong. Hey, Jesus Christ.
Tree bumpkin. Miserable jumped-up colonials, a phrase used to mock the idea that a lawyer or a farmer from the colonies could be equal to a British lord. 3. Religious and moral insults. Apostates. Since the king was the head of the church, signing the declaration was seen as an act against God. They were called...
Signing of the declaration was what? Out of what? Out of this disrespect on God. That people declared a new country. That they want a country of their own. That they do not want to stay under Great Britain. And the people of America see Great Britain as what? They see Great Britain as the king. So they see it as the Great Britain represents since the king was the head of the church, that anybody that these people that signed the declaration, they have sinned against God. Could you believe? Could you believe that? That they have sinned against who? Against God. Let's continue.
Apostates of manhood, or enemies of the faith. Hypocrites. Many loyalists and British writers like Samuel Johnson mocked the signers for talking about liberty, while many of them owned slaves. They called them hypocritical pretenders to freedom.
Are you hearing it?
Comparison of the word war. What the USA called them. What the anti-USA called them. The Continental Congress. The illegal cabal. Founding fathers. Desperate bankrupts. Patriots. Rebels/traitors. The Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Treason. The Declaration of Dependence. The anti-USA response.
Imagine the result of the Declaration of Treason. Hey, nah, I can't. That is what we are
in
hearing
November
today.
1776, over 500 people in New York signed their own paper called the Declaration of Dependence. They said the people who signed the 4th of July paper were deluded and criminal, and they begged the king to ignore the United States and keep them as part of the British Empire. Would you like me to find of dependence against the USA, or would you like to see how the British press mocked Thomas Jefferson's writing?
I hope you followed the reading very well. On this junction, our line is open. In case if Biafra want to call, remember, the number to call remains +9733360513337. Yes, so well, my brother, it's a long one. Honestly, it is a long journey. The history is long. This is what happened in America. You had all the name calling for that day or Ramadan Dosh today. That is what people of University of Biafra, the University of America has answered in the past. It's just the history is repeating. When the bad one are trying to name the good one bad names, but it cannot change anything. It can never change anything. It can never change anything. Does it stop today? It's not the same America. That is it. So you will know where you are, that you standing on the side of the University of Biafra, you are standing on the right track and you are doing the right thing. It is very important for us to know that. Yes, we have a caller. Hello, Ijele Wine, good evening. Time, honestly, honestly, honestly.
It makes me to go to church. Check up the list, check up all the worries.
Honestly, check up all the wise and rejoice with your Christmas in a large way.
I'm telling you, all I want for Christmas is this news.
Exactly.
I feel so happy hearing all of these things. Now, their parts, I do all of you. Don't wait them. I pay for that. Okay. Okay, I go back to the Gijay.
Exactly.
Yeah, now, again, listen, you can see that people who are doing all of those name calling, it has happened before. Nambo,
Kobidore, Nambo, Nambo, Kobidore. Yes, sir.
It has happened before. And that when akpọchakwara ndị ahụ all of that name callings enwerekwa na akpọga otu ịchụzuru ibe gị nke 247 ịchụzuru ka ị na-akpọ ụna nkwụ n'ebe unu bilọngụ at least unu afụgo na enwere ebe unu bilọngụ unu all those people na-akpọ ndị sabo kwesịrị ka e nwee oge is a duty that you allowed yourself to be used as that people na-ekweghị ka na-ekwe chọrọ destroy your own freedom. If you go that we must have all of you in this freedom. Oh yeah, but when I not freedom. If we don't have all of you, but it's a pity that you will allow yourself to be that part, to be the one I can use or I can I can do at the sabo. Hey,
Honestly.
Onye mere eze obodo a na-enwe ndị ara mana na obodo ahụ ihe fọtụrụ ozu obodo niile kwesịrị inwe ndị ara ka a mara na kweta enwere nkịta apụtara Chigozie ka m gwa go to be honest to tell you the truth enwekwara positive thing coming from this sabotage. All these people that are doing this mentally, you know, they are those I told you once, and then when I name a program like Humble, I said it in this our freedom. People should try to be learning some things in their day-to-day life and use it to live their life. Because to tell you the truth, if you are running away from challenges, you cannot go far in this life. If every time you pray for problem not to come your way. No, problem is that challenge. At night they're buying too much.
Please.
Problem. Yeah, problem is that one challenge that will make you to be stronger. That will make you to know that you reach by your point. You reach by your destination.
Yeah.
So it's good now, likes of Adocho, likes of Ugo 247, all of them, it's good that they are in this our struggle because they are the people that the leaders will like to put to shame. And how would they put them to shame? Is it not by fighting and trying to make sure that they achieve results?
Exactly.
Because then you will always like to shame your enemy. How do you do that? You will go extra mile. Now fight. Now talk. He make things that will show that actually, actually need the blessed. Actually, you know what you are doing. Actually, you know your target, and you are going for it. If you Or because of what? Or because of all
Yes.
I feel so blessed hearing this thing. Honestly, it is my mind. It is my worries. Because sometimes now I say, why is it that Agakata no Agakata are there with all these divisions?
It's
But you can
it's
see
for
now
the
that
history to be complete.
to be complete. Because you can see now that it happened to all these countries in with the China and Kenya, all of them. All of them. Look at how they anak ko cha ginawa no child. Kedi ya so pora.
Disobedient child, a child who disobeyed the
Oh,
mother. Oh my God!
nwere word ha use almost everything unu na-ahụ today in this our freedom fight, in this our Biafra. Oh ya nwa ka a na-agụrụ gị here. America gabigara ya n'aka ndị Britain.
He said that a child that attack its mother. A child that attack its mother.
Yeah, ọ kpọrọ ya a useless child.
Useless child that attack its mother.
Its mother.
Attack its mother, England. Now their mother is England and is attacking the mother.
They are attacking the mother. If you go, so it's always like that. There are people. But no, in fact, that is it. You know, one is where you find, where you find problem, or where you find yourself that you are not happy there. There are some. They say one man's meat is another man's poison. Yes, and when they irritate something, but they both know that thing had irritate in that place. It will be times 100 when they have their total freedom. When they have their total freedom. Just like all these people now, Kalabandas, they want to remain in Nigeria. I don't know what they are seeing, but the truth is this. And where something they may have any now which are jealous, any now which are hatred. Some of them were some things had irritated, and they think when we get this freedom now, they won't be getting that thing. How stupid and foolish they are. Their little brain will not tell them that total freedom will make them to get that thing times 100. Times 100. And in area get the shop that came man na ihe butere na wayo ihe ilututere lutute ihune ihe awu ihe iwetere no n'obi ọcha n'aka dị ọcha clean hands with truth. You see, I'm so happy hearing all of these things. Each time you read all these things, you bring all these history from Namibia and USA. I see you USB.
Yes, I will. After this one, I'm going to play straight away the one and casting our story. You know, I'm going to play the one. Amadizri, our movement is like the US movement. I'm going to play it. Where they merge it together.
I will leave you to continue, my dear brothers and sisters, dear friends. Worry no more. Worry no more. Worry no more. This is the way forward. Let me tell you, there is always ups and downs. Anyway, what's they say? What they human this strength?
Yes, now.
All this strength when the guy you know that thing is not over if you were trapped.
The road that leads to beauty is always narrow. The road that leads to anything good is always narrow and tight.
Yes. So I'm so happy. And then we'll go again. Very few group who carry all these taboos. In this our struggle, where do you find majority? Always in that in that place that carries that freedom, that carries that crown.
Yeah.
During the time of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, the same thing between Yano was wicked. In the time of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the same thing between her and DOS. Now again, look at it.
Even in the time of Mazakan and Ushemefo. In the time of Mazakan and Ushemefo. Yes. Also, the former deputy. So that is it.
When no movement, Ushemefo. I want to Exactly. But anyways, I will leave you to continue, my dear brother. It's just that I couldn't hold my joy. It makes me to feel very, very happy hearing that all of these things has happened before. Now, we must continue. I created the more of my happiness.
That is it.
I'm so grateful to Agowai for that single thing. Pray for that declaration. We can never thank that woman enough. Stop working support this thing. Hey, forever these people will mock us.
See, not Biafra has gone forever.
That will be check up.
Yes.
Check up.
Check up.
Nigeria would have done check up. Telling you. I'm telling you, because women came by carry the preparation of the declaration. I go, why?
Exactly. The woman really done a lot for us.
And they say this thing now, woman, but imagine like they ended up stopping that declaration. Oh, bless her, real good, man.
Yes.
I leave you to continue.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you.
The fate of the people who rejected the birth of the USA is a dramatic story of loss, while the modern United States of Biafra is using those same historical lessons to build a new identity today.
Are you hearing it? Are you hearing it? The fact of the people who rejected the birth of the US is a dramatic story of lose. Why the modern United States of Biafra is using the same history lesson to build a new identified country today. Are you hearing this? That's what I told you. Now, they look at what we are doing. That is how America achieved their own. That is, look at the story here. Listen.
1. What happened to the 547 anti-USA signers? For the 547 people who signed the Declaration of Independence in 1776, the victory of the United States was a personal disaster. Because they chose the losing side, their lives changed forever. Loss of property. The new American government passed confiscation acts. They seized the homes, farms, and businesses of the signers to pay for the war. For example, Frederick Phillips III, the first man to sign against the USA, had his 50,000-acre estate auctioned off. Banishment and death threats. Many were officially banished from their homes. In New York, some signers were told that if they ever returned to the city, they would face the death penalty. The Great Migration. Around 60,000 to 80,000 Loyalists fled the new United States. They settled in Canada, founding what is now Ontario and New Brunswick, the Caribbean, or London. They went from being wealthy leaders to unwelcome strangers in foreign lands. Family splits. The most famous anti-USA leader was William Franklin. Because he stayed loyal to the king, his father Benjamin Franklin never spoke to him again, even on his deathbed. 2. The 40 states of the United States of Biafra, USB. In 2024 and 2025, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE, officially unveiled a map of the United States of Biafra. They claim this new country is made up of 40 states to ensure that every local group has its own power, much like the American system. The proclaimed 40 states include 1. Aba. 2. Adoka. 3. Afimai Godomigodo. 4. Ahuada. 5. Akpakip Oro. 6. Alaudo. 7. Alanso. 8. Anioma. 9. Branem. 10. Calabar, and 30 others, including Ebonyi, Enugu, Ika, Ikom, Ogoja, Orlu, and Owerri. The new capital, the designated national capital, is named Ibube. The strategy. By creating 40 states, the movement is trying to show the world that Biafra is not just for one ethnic group, the Igbo, but is a diverse United States that includes many different tribes and regions from the old eastern and midwestern parts of Nigeria. Comparison. 1776 versus 2025. Feature: The Anti-USA, 1776. The USB Movement, 2025. Main paper: Declaration of Dependence, United States of Biafra Declaration. View of the state: loyal to the crown, seeking restoration of independence. Consequence: confiscation of property and exile, arrest warrants and extradition attempts. The enemy: the rebel Continental Congress, the federal government of Nigeria. Current context: as of late 2025, the Nigerian government has asked the European Union to help stop the BRGIE leaders in exile, much like the British king once tried to arrest the American rebels in 1776. Would you like me to show you the specific modern Declaration of Restoration that was read in Finland? Or should we look at the list of the 40 states to see which ones used to be part of the Niger Delta?
Are you listening? Your story has been copying. Our story is this way to America. Are you hearing it? Our own story, our own declaration. That is why I told you that when I understand the meaning of declaration, that is when I put my free social media to say, yes, I must be here to follow make this history. I must be here to put my impact to my people for them to know that there is way. And Chukwu Okabia might ask him, please use me the way I can do something different from what others are doing in social media. That was my prayer to Chukwu Okabia. And in my dream, I counted my Simon. But after that Montevideo Convention came into my mind. I start from Montevideo Convention. I start from how to create a new country. Are you hearing your story? Are you hearing who you are? Are you hearing what Agua has? Because of the Biafra movement is in the system of all America for USB. She has put everything in legal. Everything. If you know what I know by now, Chai. This December you'll be dancing, celebrating, popping champagne. Honestly. But I will hold it there. I won't go more than that. And that's why I play this voice. I want to play to listen, see how the history is repeating. Now, see the good side of the history. You know, since all this why I am giving you the bad side of the rebels, the Indo-Simis on the other side. And look at now the good side of the history repeating between for you and I to go home. It's repeating. Do you know that the 40 state of Biafra has been registered legal in America? Who does that? Dr. Ngozi Orebeze.
The fate of the people who rejected the birth of the USA is a dramatic story of loss, while the modern United States of Biafra is using those same historical lessons to build a new identity today. 1.
Those that rejected the birth of US are dramatical story of what? Loss. This modern Biafra today, they are saying the same thing in a chamber. Now, are you waiting for that? They are the one that we are using the same instrument, the same model, the same strategy of America to deal with those. And they told you here openly that those who rejected the United States of Biafra, this is of America, when it was being declared that they are on the loser side. For these people who fall back today, they are on the loser what side?
What happened to the 547 anti-USA signers?
This 547, they're calling them anti-USA signer. Those who sign against American Declaration, they are 547 in number against 56. But this 56 won because they stand on the mandate of declaration by using that name, United States of America. Like today, you and I using United States of Biafra. Look at the history repeating, my people.
For the 547 people who signed the Declaration of Independence in 1776, the victory of the United States was a personal disaster. Because they chose the losing side, their lives changed forever. Loss of property. The new American government passed confiscation acts. They seized the homes, farms, and businesses of the signers to pay for the war. For example, Frederick Phillips III, the first man to sign against the USA, had his 50,000-acre estate auctioned off. Banishment and death threats. Many were officially banished from their homes. In New York, some signers were told that if they ever returned to the city, they would face the death penalty. The Great Migration. Around 60,000 to 80,000 Loyalists fled the new United States. They settled in Canada, founding what is now Ontario and New Brunswick, the Caribbean, or
They
London.
settled
They
where?
went from
In
being wealthy
Canada.
leaders to unwelcome
America,
strangers in foreign lands.
British. That's where they settled.
Family splits. The most famous anti-USA leader was William Franklin. Because he stayed loyal to the king, his father Benjamin Franklin never spoke to him again, even on his deathbed. Two.
Imagine a father refused to speak to his son, his only son, that his son refused to support the Declaration of America. He refused to talk to his son, even on his deathbed. Could you imagine that? These are those who understand the meaning of declaration of a new country. That is why I told you, remove emotion into this movement. Don't talk with emotion. Like when people was talking, Mazen Kanu should denounce Biafra and get his freedom. And I told them, stop. It's nothing. Look at a father refusing, denying his son, reject his son, because his son said that his father who is the leader of the US in 1776. His father is among the leader. He rejected his, and what happened? The father rejected the son also. When the son opened his mouth and said that my father is mad, that his madness, that he's running mad for making the decision of America and being part of the government of the America then. The man in his deathbed, he refused to see his son. And also, he allowed his son was among those who died who run away from America. Could you imagine that? Can you do that because of Biafra to your son? Look at history. Look at history. Look at history. Have your family, your uncles, rejected you because of this movement? Have they blocked you because of your joining to talk about Biafra after our declaration? Then you will know what I'm talking, a little bit what I'm talking about.
The 40 states of the United States of Biafra, USB. In 2024 and 2025, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE, officially unveiled a map of the United States of Biafra. They claim this new country is made up of 40 states to ensure that every local group has its own power, much like the American system. The proclaimed 40 states include 1. Aba, 2. Adoka, 3. Afimai Godomigodo, 4. Ahuada, 5. Akpakip Oro, 6. Alaudo, 7. Alanso, 8. Anioma, 9. Brunem, 10. Calabar, and 30 others, including Ebonyi, Enugu, Ika, Ikom, Ogoja, Orlu, and Owerri. The new capital, the designated national capital, is named Ibube. The strategy. By creating 40 states, the movement is trying to show the world that Biafra is not just for one ethnic group, the Igbo, but is a diverse United States that includes many different tribes and regions from the old eastern and midwestern parts of Nigeria. Comparison: 1776 versus 2025. Feature: the anti-USA, 1776. The USB movement, 2025. Main paper: Declaration of Dependence, United States of Biafra Declaration. View of the state. Loyal to the crown. Seeking restoration of independence. Consequence: confiscation of property and exile. Arrest warrants and extradition attempts. The enemy: the rebel Continental Congress, the federal government of Nigeria.
The rebel Continental Congress, Ogenkere. The enemy Continental Congress, who? Ogenkere and his men. Because he's the only one who tried to go and have check hand. The world, their eyes is open. Everything is in the system. This is what? This is 21st era, where everything is into digital. Look at it here.
Current context. As of late 2025, the Nigerian government has asked the European Union to help stop the BRGIE leaders in exile, much like the British king once tried to arrest the American rebels in 1776. Would you like me to show you the specific modern Declaration of Restoration that was read in Finland, or should we look at the list of the 40 states to see which ones used to be part of the Niger Delta?
Do you hear it? Remember that our line is still open in case if you try to call. It's because of only one person can hold this interaction. We are going to 2 hours Sunday. So if you want to call on this program, honestly, I tell you, you are free to call me if you want to call. You are free. see yourself free to call into this movement. I hope you are here with me. I hope you see the way it's going. Now, like I told you, let us go into the case of Namibia also. Let us go into Namibia and see the name callers, the name being called those that make the creation of Namibia as a country also. We are going to leave Algeria tomorrow. We are going to go deep into Algeria. So all of us will join together to listen. Starting from time we came back from work tomorrow. So just look at us online so you can see and also understand what we are doing. For those who are telling you that you have to get your land 20%, 10%, 30, 100, 90 before you become a sovereign state, listen to this so you will know the truth. The true history shall set us free. You should know that it never happened before in the world. In the entire world, no country have achieved to control their land 90% before they can be able to get international recognition. It never happened, and they cannot see us and happen.
To answer your question clearly, we have to look at the difference between military control and political recognition. There are two major facts to clarify regarding your 20% or 50% numbers. 1. Military control, the 20% factor. SWAPO never physically controlled 50% of the territory before independence. In fact, throughout the war, 1966 to 1989, the South African Defence Force, SADF, maintained military control over almost all of Namibia's towns and infrastructure. SWAPO's presence, SWAPO's military wing plan, operated primarily in the northern regions, near the Angolan border. While they could move freely in some rural areas and had semi-liberated zones, they did not hold territory in a way that pushed the South African government out of 20% or 50% of the land. The stalemate. By 1988, the war was a military stalemate. South Africa could not destroy SWAPO, and SWAPO could not defeat the South African army. The control was not won on the battlefield, it was won at the negotiating table. 2. Political recognition, the 50% factor. The 50% figure is more accurate when talking about elections and international status. International recognition. SWAPO received recognition from the UN as the sole and authentic representative of Namibia in 1973, long before they controlled any territory. They used the name SWAPO to lobby the world for decades. The election threshold. In the 1989 UN-supervised elections, the final step before independence, SWAPO won 57% of the vote. The name change. It was only after they reached this 57% majority and declared independence on March 21, 1990, that they stopped using SWAPO as the name for the country's representative and started using the Republic of Namibia. Summary table. Goal. Did they reach 20% or 50%? When?
This is how you answer the answer. Did you? Is he on this issue of the creation of getting 10%, 20% of Namibia, Yele one? If it is there, I think, yes, I want to read out on my own. Tell me which area I want to read out. So if it's one, I can go back on that. The name change, it was only after they reached this 57 majority and they declared independence on March 27, 1990, that they stopped using SWAPO as a name for the country representative and they start using the Republic of Namibia. They waited after the declaration, like we Biafran people. You know that over 1,000 Biafrans signed for the name United States of Biafra declaration. After the declaration of Namibia, March 21, 1990, they stopped using the name SWAPO SAPO, Southwest Africa People's Organization. They stop using it immediately. They get the independence. For you who is asking to fall back, this exact history of us. Check what I'm bringing out to you. Exactly the history, what we are passing through today. What we are passing through today is what we are hearing here. Please also, I will beg you, you will see account number I tag on this page. I need your support on issue of getting laptop. Precisely, I said Apple laptop, 13 to 18 inches. So that when we come, I can put what I'm reading in the screen. You can also see it, and I will also stop bending down to read it for you. Please, I urge you to join. As you do so, may Elohim bless you and nourish your pocket. The account number is what I pinned there. That place you see, Real Biafra TV. That is the account number you can use in any country in the world you are to put any little token to support this movement. If what we are doing is good, support us so we can do more. If you can only use phone to research and do this, talk of when we have computer, you know that quality of laptop and how it maneuvers some code. There is something I am searching since over 3 days now. It never opened because of phone. It just, that place remained flanked till now. It's still rolling. But if that thing was laptop, when you add auto movement, then it will move. Okay, Tina one, it says no. Is it the one I read on issue of America before coming to Namibia? Okay, this place, number one, is it number one? It said, SWAPO never physically controlled 50% of their territory before their independence. In fact, throughout the war, 1966 to 1989, the South Africa Defense Force, SADF, maintaining military control over almost all the Namibia town and infrastructure. Is it on this one? I think it should be on this one. Because of those who want military to go and take control of Biafra land before we can become a sovereign state. I think that is the one you mean. one. I think this is the one you mean. He said number one, SWAPO never physically control even 50% of their territory before their independence. In fact, throughout the war, 1966 to 1989, the South Africa Defense Force, SADF, maintaining military control over almost all of Namibia town hall and the infrastructure. For you who are asking, hey, you never get around 90%, even they said even 10%. They did not. And for you who think that after declaration, we are going to see answer Bridge government in exile, we are going to be in Bridge on the constitution before we go. They say that after the award, listen to this last one again, the name change, it was only after they reached 57 majority percent, and they declared their independence on March 21st, 1990. That they stopped using the name SWAPO as a name of the country representative and they start using Republic of Namibia. They start using what? Republic of Namibia after their declaration on March 28th. Your own, after our declaration on November 29, we still go back and fall back and be using Bridge. Pity yourself. Learn from here. As we are entering this new year, please change. Face the truth. These two places I read out now is very important. One is to prove that Namibia, their military did not even get control of even 50, even 10%. You will hear something here. when they start asking about the percent. Did they reach 20% or 50 or 60? Where? When? That they never reached 10% to even 20 to control their territory. They never reached any of this in control of their territory. Or say what? Or see here, physical land control. No, they never held 50% of their land from military. No, even 50%. Before they become a sovereign state, immediately they make the declaration. Immediately they stop using this name, Southwest Africa People Organization. They quench it off. It's no longer in existence. Then it only be in brackets. Have a color. Yes, Ijele wine, go on.
Yeah, sorry for taking me back. On the comparison.
Okay. Now, okay.
The last bit, yeah, when I want comparison on the
yeah. Okay, no problem. Yes, that is to prove that people are following closely. That's to prove that people are flowing closely. And this gives me joy when I find out that our people are flowing closely into what we are doing. Please hold on. We'll be back in what we are doing. We'll be back. Let us go to our storeroom. US, those against. The story of the 57 people is mainly the rejected. Would you like to know more about, not this one, I think, the comparison, I think, let's play here back and know. If this one is playing...
The fate of the people who rejected the birth of the USA is a dramatic story of loss, while the modern United States of Biafra is using those same historical lessons to build a new identity today. 1. What happened to the 547 anti-USA signers? For the 547 people who signed the Declaration of Independence in 1776, the victory of the United States was a personal disaster. Because they chose the losing side, their lives changed forever. Loss of property. The new American government passed confiscation acts. They seized the homes, farms, and businesses of the signers to pay for the war. For example, Frederick Phillips III, the first man to sign against the USA, had his 50,000-acre estate auctioned off. Banishment and death threats. Many were officially banished from their homes. In New York, some signers were told that if they ever returned to the city, they would face the death penalty. The Great Migration. Around 60,000 to 80,000 Loyalists fled the new United States. They settled in Canada, founding what is now Ontario and New Brunswick, the Caribbean, or London. They went from being wealthy leaders to unwelcome strangers in foreign lands. Family splits. The most famous anti-USA leader was William Franklin. Because he stayed loyal to the king, his father Benjamin Franklin never spoke to him again, even on his deathbed. 2. The 40 states of the United States of Biafra, USB. In 2024 and 2025, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE, officially unveiled a map of the United States of Biafra. They claim this new country is made up of 40 states to ensure that every local group has its own power, much like the American system. The proclaimed 40 states include 1. Aba, 2. Adoka, 3. Afimai Godomigodo, 4. Ahuada, 5. Akpakip Oro, 6. Alaudo, 7. Alanso, 8. Anioma, 9. Branem, 10. Calabar, and 30 others, including Ebonyi, Enugu, Ika, Ikom, Ogoja, Orlu, and Owerri. The new capital, the designated national capital, is named Ibube. The strategy. By creating 40 states, the movement is trying to show the world that Biafra is not just for one ethnic group, the Igbo, but is a diverse United States that includes many different tribes and regions from the old eastern and midwestern parts of Nigeria. Comparison. 1776 versus 2025. Feature: The Anti-USA, 1776. The USB Movement, 2025. Main paper: Declaration of Dependence, United States of Biafra Declaration. View of the state: loyal to the crown, seeking restoration of independence. Consequence: confiscation of property and exile, arrest warrants and extradition attempts. The enemy: the rebel Continental Congress, the federal government of Nigeria. Current context: as of late 2025, the Nigerian government has asked the European Union to help stop the BRGIE leaders in exile, much like the British king once tried to arrest the American rebels in 1776. Would you like me to show you the specific modern Declaration of Restoration that was read in Finland? Or should we look at the list of the 40 states to see which ones used to be part of the Niger Delta?
Now, let's really, I want us to look at it as I draw my attention draw back. Is this area of comparison 1776 versus 2025? Are you hearing it clearly? In 1776, everyone anti-US, like today in 2025. On this anti-group is where you see the rebel Congress group, which is where Ogenkere has fallen in. On this is the same line. The one is come to the line of achievement, to the real, I say the USB movement. This on the other side. That is why I said I want laptop. There's laptop. You can just put it like so you can see how everything happened. You can see where they tag those called rebel. The group is the other side. Those are on the right track. You will see how they put it the same, divided it on line by line by line, and divided the line. This is this side. This is this side. Then when they are telling you what this group are doing, that they're not doing the right thing, they're on the left side. You will see those, because the left thing always on the right, on the left side. Then those are doing the right on the right side. This is how they put it here. This USB movement 225 on the right side. Then all this anti-rebel group, like what America has, they're on the left side of this particular write-up. Then listen to this. Instead of Biafra, then I say, this Ogenkere, them are not seeking for recognition or anything, because they don't have any document. I say now, seeking for recognition of independence, USB. Then or say property of exile. And when it's come to this, those who have property now in exile is who? University of Biafra government, because we have our office. The only office Oge has, Ogenkere sees it. Then that issue of property in exile seized lies on Ogenkere. Ogenkere was the one who seized the property, not USB. Then I'll say the rebel Congress, Ogenkere are using the so-called what is the name of this stupid white man I forget. That is the one he is using. They call them what? Very bad. Then also, there's when it's come to the Nigerian government to try all they can do to stop the declaration. They try to do what? They try to use to stop the declaration. That's why they told you here that Nigerian government use European Union to help them to stop when we are in bridge. We know that the name bridge is what we used to went to Finland to make our declaration. That's what happened. So they try to stop the declaration by using Ogenkere. Now, is it open to your eyes? Nigeria, look at it here. Correct contents as of late 2025. The Nigerian government has asked the European Union to help to stop BRIGE leaders in exile, much like the British king once trying to arrest the American. You know that those that declare the America, those that declare the America, they call them rebel. Those that, Elias, thank you so much. Those that declares America, they call them rebel. The same way now they are calling Obatobie, charging for terrorists, Mazen Nandekan. The same thing, Obieze, or the platform of Orama, telling the world, no Obatobie committed terrorism. That is why they sentence him. No one goes to the who committed the terror. Do you understand? Can you see the exact picture of what we are doing here this evening? Do you see how this history has been there before us? And today is happening. Today is here happening in our own eyes, koro. And we are seeing it. And what? We are seeing it in our own time. We are doing what? We are seeing it live and direct. It's happening. It's not happening today. That the Nigerian government used. Do you think that when they use this European Union, that the European Union will come into the government, into the declaration? No. They will use Ogen. They just have to use Ogen Kere. So now them, Chiamaka Ajare them. Try to stop the movement. Nigeria government use European Union. Do you know this is my first time on this research in Afonka? Now they use the European Union. Try to stop it. Stop the declaration. They use European Union. Try to stop the declaration. But do you see any member of the European Union? You see Ogen Kere and his group who never want the declaration to happen. If they play, this is what we are doing here. We're not just coming here to make a story. I'm not coming here to tell you what I know. No, I am coming here to present to you what has already been stored. So today, the world know that Nigeria tried to use European Union. European Union of Nigeria is Ogen Kere, Imam Maduabu, Sonny Akwarawa, and all these people today who are against the declaration. They are the European Union. So do you see why they are fighting? When Nigeria find out that they cannot be able to do it with Ogen Kere, they now bring Imam Maduabu. They now go to Yorama to use his voice, but all are not working. Yes, the African politicians are more corrupt than anyone. That is why nothing is going on there. And the youth are trying to take over. Now, when it's come to Africa, there is only 3 countries getting it right. Namibia, Senegal, and other people. So that, yes, one. That was the part I needed to be read. Okay, repeated. Okay, thank you. You do hear it here. That Nigerian government asked the European Union to help to stop that when we are in bridge to go and make our declaration. They contacted them. Do you see who are those that are telling you that they want the not to be declared, that they should go back? So far, Batobi has been arrested. Is it not those of a group of Ogen Kere? Look at it here. Is it now open to you? Now it's come also to agree on what I said before, that I got information from Enugu State. There was a meeting being held in Enugu State, 6-man or 7-man committee meeting. There is that meeting that two people are inside meeting is from abroad. The 5 is from the homeland, both with Southeast governors, and the 1 woman, which is our late international woman called Megojuku wife. That is in that meeting they concluded on arrest Simon, but that if they arrested him, that the Ogen Kere will stop declaration. That is why Ogen Kere don't want to pay for the hall people are going to use. Now are you connecting the dot? Now it is becoming clearer from this evidence at hand. This what a white man do is to use evidence. Either evidence of video, evidence of written note is what white man believe on it. Can you connect the dots now? Can you know those Ogen Kere is working? If you are still in doubt, if you are still not Ogen Kere, who are those that want to stop the declaration of USB? Who are those? Nigerian government said they asked the European Union to stop it. The European Union, can they come there? The answer is no. They will use a member inside the government. They now use Ogen Kere, Shomo, Koma, and all these stupid group you are seeing today. Let this message go viral, please. If you never like this program, I don't know what is holding you by now. If this like is not like support to get money for me to get gadget, there is a 3 dot in front of you. Click on that 3 dot. Imagine when this message I'm reading now is on the front of laptop and everybody is reading and everybody is seeing it. Even when we close, the message will be there. Even when we close, the message will be there. It will not disappear. That is why we are asking you to support us to get this gadget so we can be able to present all this evidence. Look at it. Here, you are too intelligent. You know, I did not really give a thought here until he brought it back now. Thank you so much for that, for reminding me. Thank you so much. Let this place ring to everybody's mind. Even you can screenshot here the voice, or as the way I'm reading it, for us to understand it very well. Correct contents. As of later 2025, the Nigerian government has asked the European Union to help to stop BRIG leaders in exile, much like the British king once trying to arrest the leaders of those who declared independent of America. Ogenkere was being used. Imam Maduabo, Shomo Okoma, Chiamaka Jere, and all those that was against that Biafra will never be declared November 29, 2024. Get that into your head. Come out from that stupid group where you are that never meant well for Biafran people, that the government is using. Now, could you see who paid Ogenkere in all this noise he's making? The same way Nigeria paid IPOB One Nigeria, with the same noise they are making. Now, is it clear to you? Is it clear to you that Ogenkere was being paid by Nigeria contacting European Union? European Union contact Ogenkere, give Ogenkere the contract to stop Biafra declaration. Are you seeing it clear? Is it coming clearer to you right now? Is it becoming more clear to you that Ogenkere is agent of One Nigeria? Ogenkere becomes the agent that the European Union use, trying to stop the declaration. That is why I told you, celebrate Agumwani. Celebrate the mother of University of Biafra. Celebrate the Queen Mother. This woman. Chai, what can we do for you? What can we do for you? For resisting European Union. For resisting a whole European Union and move forward. Chai, the only thing I think you have, the only good thing in, no matter what this woman do in this life, I will stand by her. I will stand for her at all time. Even if she make a mistake, I will stand for defeating European Union. Standing. Imagine Nigeria contacted European Union to help them to stop declaration in Finland. And who did they use? Ogenkere. When Obato Obie said that Nigeria will send their delegate, try to stop the declaration with this, do you now believe that what has come to fulfillment? Did you believe that? That the word has come for fulfillment. Chai. Hello, Mekwa. But I thank God we are happy because the Queen Mother made it possible for all the Biafrans. That is why I get you now about the Ebu. Next celebrate December. December and car called to be celebrated, my people. Are you hearing it? Do you see this comparison here? The same way they are attacking our terrorists, this. The same way British king called people that make the declaration of America, the leaders that make the declaration, the 56 men. Yes, so Nekumar, good evening from here.
See you, my brother.
Good evening. You're welcome.
Yeah.
The mic is yours. Hello, the mic is yours. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, I say that's Triple M, bro.
Oh, senior comrade, good evening from here. Boys, sir. Fire down, fire down.
Yo, I see the boogie. All of it. Na ime nwere nwa iri ka gebe.
Makwa card email.
You know, my brother. I already know what is on the ground, and you just look around. Let's assume to scuttle this redeclaration. They will say, okay, they will go back and they plan for it. Coming back, okay, they will block everywhere and kick everybody out.
The game is
because change you go to the document as a private property. Yeah?
Yes.
Even all battle will be a patagodi one day or he will kick everybody. Remember, there is something he said. That period they are gallivanting. They have the men on ground. They have everything. There is something when doing their program with Aparawa. He was this mockery he made over the so-called Imam Madabo, the CRC people that make him what he is. Yes. You know, he told them, Aparawa, have you locked the site? Yes, yeah, I lock everything. I kick their ass out.
Exactly.
This is what he said.
Yes, I remember.
So here we all carry me. If at all that we are unable to redeclare, and their plan is to on that 2nd of December, and this Van Van that will start that kiosk.
Yes.
On that 2nd. Remember when they voted, Eshif told the date. These are the same people that said no. These are the same people that said no. That they voted against. Thank you so much, my dear brother.
Honestly, we are home.
You see, when I look at come shine. Amadi m ihe ga-eji wee kelee nwaanyị a. Amadi m ihe ga-eji wee kelee nwaanyị a. Because though after ya abago na amabo. If this woman abago na amabo.
Everywhere.
Abago.
Everywhere.
Hey.
Abago na abago.
Mana only DOS today no. So ya na-ekwu that na anyị na-agba ihe si ya na onuche na Nigeria government ga-ahapụga our leader Maazị Kalo Patawa. Now, kedu ihe unu na-eme masị oke ngwa now ka anyị mee ya na ma type of achievement of IPOB. When they put down here,
the most deadliest
only awareness. So
the 10 most deadliest agitator group. That is the achievement. Awareness.
When you put down here, Masia go, yeah, we didn't know which are banking. Masia Bachele, my type of achievement of Briggy.
Yes.
Achievement of Briggy. Then a Bubutaya. I go is more dear, or what PMIO.
And the government
in exile.
Yes.
Led by Simon Ekpa, that was, that push for the restoration of
because
Biafra.
Our DPM restored the original one. That is why.
Yes.
Okay, great. I thought he has everything.
Then,
so our DPM went back to restore the original one.
I think it was redeclared on 29th of November 2024.
By the Congozo Arabese.
Yes.
I have it. Yes.
Yeah. Simon. You should stop tipping yourself. Yeah, go China. Yeah, but go China.
That is the way.
People are, different. They don't want to research.
Honestly.
They don't want to research.
Honestly.
No, before now could have that declare Biafra also. Now document Biafra on a table in Nigeria. All to sign it to may attempt. Masia. Matthew Kemba Kulo, also that now ECOWAS assign their own. Send that Nigeria can sign Nigeria has signed Obasanjo Snorute Beyanaka during his own time. Matthew Wachepe, he could Ama Joya na Gogo. Ma Joy Ozubo, Joya na Gogo. Gogo say no. ECOWAS have never persuaded Nigeria to sign
and there is no document of declaration to sign. When I have gone through all this.
I'm on Bayo. Thank you so much for your lecture. I believe so many people have been, delivered with this your lecture. Keep it up, my brother. We are with you. We are together.
Thank you so much.
Because by next year, he get you your new gadget.
Thank you so much. My God. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that is it. Biafrans are rejoicing. Biafrans are rejoicing. I want you to know, because of my time, we are shutting down. So in case you want to call, I think we have only 10 minutes to go. Have only 10 minutes. So I want to repeat here again. Before I go and touch the history of Namibia, we are touching through, and their declaration and the enemies and everything. Then when we come back tomorrow, we'll now analyze and finish it all. Because of this is going to be exactly 10 o'clock where I am night, and I'm going Monday, so I have to. You gotta go now. You gotta go. So look at it. Current contents as of late 2025, the Nigerian government has asked the European Union to help stop the BRGE leaders in exile, much like the British king once trying to arrest the Americans. You see what they call them? They call it American rebel. That is what Great Britain tagged those that make the declaration of America. So today you can see what Ogenkere, how Nigeria government contacted Ogenkere as the member of the European Union who want to stop the declaration, because the plan B, that they would not allow it to be declared December 2nd. Declare on November 29. That is where the woman choke all of them. That is how you know a smart woman. That is how the spirit of the ancestors who are crying, the spirit of the fallen heroes, the spirit of all, the spirit of the over 5,000, over 5 million Biafrans massacred in that time. This is how it was being used. Correct contents as of late 2025, Nigeria government has asked the European Union to help to stop BRGIE leaders in exile, much like the British king once trying to arrest the American that made the declaration of America, which the British call rebel in 1776. Are you hearing it? This is what happened. This is the real what happened. This is exactly what happened. So that is why we all Biafrans must be happy that where we are right now, that there is no going back, that nobody can stop. Now that the Biafran document is in every table to sign that we are a new country and under legal, our government of USB has legalized everything about Biafra. Because of what? The declaration that it is legal, that gives them strength to achieve all this. So you must be happy anywhere you are. You must be happy and also know that Biafra is here with you. That Biafra is here with us. That is why it is very important for you to stay on the line and believe in this movement of the world. Biafra we are declared. I want to play here again for those asking, you claim you are a country, but there is military everywhere. You have heard it from the past that even though Namibia, they did not control, that all over their territory was covered, controlled by South Africa military. that all over their territory was being controlled by South African military. Them, as Namibia, they said here that they are in the border of Angola where they are training their military. Is it not what you are saying here? This is how everything happens. Let's, after playing it, if any call comes in, we take. If there is no call, then we will end the program and wait until tomorrow we'll come back again.
To answer your question clearly, we have to look at the difference between military control and political recognition. There are two major facts to clarify regarding your 20% or 50% numbers. 1. Military control, the 20% factor. SWAPO never physically controlled 50% of the territory before independence. In fact, throughout the war, 1966 to 1989, the South African Defence Force, SADF, maintained military control over almost all of Namibia's towns and infrastructure. SWAPO's presence, SWAPO's military wing plan, operated primarily in the northern regions, near the Angolan border. While they could move freely in some rural areas and had semi-liberated zones, they did not hold territory in a way that pushed the South African government out of 20% or 50% of the land. The stalemate. By 1988, the war was a military stalemate. South Africa could not destroy SWAPO, and SWAPO could not defeat the South African army. The control was not won on the battlefield, it was won at the negotiating table. 2. Political recognition, the 50% factor. The 50% figure is more accurate when talking about elections and international status. International recognition. SWAPO received recognition from the UN as the sole and authentic representative of Namibia in 1973, long before they controlled any territory. They used the name SWAPO to lobby the world for decades. The election threshold. In the 1989 UN-supervised elections, the final step before independence, SWAPO won 57% of the vote. The name change. It was only after they reached this 57% majority and declared independence on March 21, 1990, that they stopped using SWAPO as the name for the country's representative and started using the Republic of Namibia. Summary table. Goal. Did they reach 20% or 50%? When? Physical land control. No. They never held 50% of the land militarily. They gained 100% control only after the 1990 treaty. Voter support. Yes. Over 50%. They won 57% of the vote in 1989. November 1989. International recognition. Yes. Recognized by the UN as the sole representative. 1973. As SWAPO. 1990. As Namibia. Would you like to know more about the 1989 elections, or how the UN helped SWAPO transition from a movement into a government?
I hope it sounds clear to you that they did not get 80%, 100%, 20%. That is after they have get what? Agreement. After country has recognized them. After countries has come and recognized them, is when they go back to their land and take over their land. Without this, they are answering Namibia. They use the word's name Namibia. After the declaration, they stop using the name SWAPO, Southwest Africa People Organization. They cut it off and use what? Republic of Namibia to lobby for their name as Republic of Namibia, a country, not as an individual anymore. Are you hearing it? There's something I wanted to do that. Okay, here said no, they never held 50% of their land within their military, even though they have military. They did not control 50% of their land. No. They never control it. Even in November 1989, they never controlled their land. So for those who are asking, Ugo 247, Adandosho and their likes are the likes. Are you hearing it? You can never stop USB from moving ahead. Yes, ahead. Yes, the other one. Thank you for that. With all this, it is clear that nobody. I'm talking of now that everything about this country has been legalized. Everything is on top of what? Legality. There's nothing anybody can do. and name callings cannot stop it. So, my people, we are going to draw the curtain here until we come again tomorrow. When we come again tomorrow, you will see what we have for you. Tomorrow, we must go fully into Namibia history. And there is something we want to take out again from France. There is history of France I want us to hear. It is very important. So you will know that big and small pass through the same length. Those that achieved the declaration of France, if you see the name calling also, a pianti. Wakwanta ka obidro, na mbụ ka obidro. Mana ọmanfọ anyị wee, that's why I told you that we cannot achieve Biafra without all passing through all this history. They must repeat. And today is repeating in our own eyes. What are you doing? What are you thinking? If you're IPOB member, please celebrate Ngozi Orebeze for giving you name, for saving you from disgrace and from saving you that Biafra will never come, because that was the plan. But the declaration made that Biafra has already become a sovereign state. Stop thinking like he's in ime etinye nni. Ọ kwụrụ ka isi etinye nni. Ọ bụkwa na ịdị ahụ ụzọ kwa ị na-anụ ihe. Ọ bụrụ na ịdịrị ahụ ụzọ ọkwa ị na-anụ ihe a na-agụ here. These are histories. And this is how white people teach their own daughter and their own son. If they want to teach, they use everything that has voice that we read, so their own people will follow to listen. The history is repeating. Is it repeating in your own side, in the good way or in a bad way? Remember, criteria for you to be a sovereign state that are going to seek for international recognition is under Montevideo Convention of 1933. 1. Permanent population. The world, the Biafran people has met this permanent population, this criteria. We overmet this criteria. Define territory. That is one you are hearing the 40 states that has been registered and legalized in America. That is number 2. We have done that. Effective government. These governments are the one doing all this good job that you are reading from us, that you are the one doing the reading, and you are the one giving us this document. The government prove it. It's also proving the capacity to enter into relation with you. And if you want, you discuss with them your interests. If they met your interest, they will sign for us. We just want to be a free country on our own. That nobody can intimidate us. Nobody can cause genocide. Nobody can buy us anymore. Nobody can kidnap us. Nobody can harvest our organ. That is why we are fighting to live a life like all of you are living in your countries. We are urge all of you to know that those lies Britain told you about us, 1970, 1970, that is not true. You can be us witness. In your countries where we reside, we obey your law. We go to the principle you give us to work for. It's not how we are doing it. Proving that we are Republican in nature. That is our offense. And also because of the mineral resources that British saw in our territory. They saw crude oil, they saw palm kernel, and the cocoa. This is the 3 things that why we are dying. Could you still allow us? Sweden, when you come in 1967, 1970, Nigeria told that this is internal affair. It's no longer internal affair because we have made official declaration. The same way you could declare, but none of you intervened because you listen to Nigeria through London. Please, those things they told you about us is pure lie. That is why we are here to prove and rewrite and set our history the way it's supposed to be. We are calling up all of you as we are entering next year to grant us what recognition, that we want that thing you did to people of Namibia 1990 March 21st. We want that thing you give to Algeria 1962. We want it. We also want what you do to Belarus 2020. We also want you to give us what you give to Congo 1960. We also want you to give us what you give to Israel 1948. We also want you to give to us what you give to people of Brazil 1822 September the 2nd. we are asking you to give. We also ask you to give us that grant us what you grant America for 4th July 1776. We are asking you to give us all these because we have dropped armed struggle. We have dropped what? Armed struggle. That is why you have to give us recognition. We are peace, love, abiding people. From me, from here, it is a good of my people. Until we see again tomorrow. One love. Peace out.